Hello, everyone, and welcome to another very exciting edition of Nat20Hot. We're back on Wednesday on the eve of America's birthday and the collapse of an American empire, and we're thrilled to be here. And we are thrilled to be here, and we're so glad that you've decided to spend your Wednesday with us because there are a few better ways to do so. If you're joining us for the first time, we are a group of friends that like to play Dungeons and Dragons together, running a homebrew campaign. Sometimes we follow the rules, sometimes we don't, but all the time we're having fun. And all the time we're also raising money to support Extra Life, which is a wonderful charity that supports America's and Canada's children's hospitals around North America, helping to fund critical and life-saving care for children who need it. You can go ahead and find that link in the chat if you feel so compelled to donate to our team, and we will be fundraising throughout the year and forevermore. Who knows? With our announcements out of the way, let's go ahead and get into a recap of where things landed last session. Because as we join our heroes here, we have closed the book on the Wild Hunt, God willing, as Willem, Dunk, and company fought their way against combatants with a mix of silver tongues and steel blades. While Randy reconciled with a detached and disappointed Jabu, Willem and Dunk talked down Hilera Bearkin, the raging werebear, from hunting them, and promised her the same safety assured to her by Dada in exchange for her support through the remainder of the hunt. And good thing too, because when they were dealt a mighty blow when Feargal finally turned up and made very short work of Willem. Together, though, Dunk and Hilera were able to take down the foul warrior, and he was shortly thereafter dragged back down to the Hells, his blood of bark glaive with him. Celebrations, however, were a bit short lived, as the returning victors were forced to reconcile with the fact that Branwen had made a deal with the Earl King and Ulster Losk. In exchange for his support against Serafel, the Earl King would halt his plans of culling the realm's archfey for a time. They would cover up the events of the Wild Hunt because if word were to escape about what happened here, the other courts would certainly be on the brink of the realm's first ever war in fear of the Earl King's efforts. Now newly appointed the Lord of the Wild Hunt and Lady of the Ebon Lake, respectively, Dunk and Branwen and the party returned to the Twilight Hearth, where they continued their reconciliation and made the decision that their time in Old Hallow was complete. With so many eyes upon them, including those of Lyra, their once friend turned and revealed spy for the Autumn Court, they had overstayed their welcome here. And so, with the weight of the prior week's transgressions upon them, they don't do that. They look to Hylasera, where Gwen, Colette, and everything else of the summer court awaits them. And you all are currently standing in the Dreadwood Forest in the chilly morning, a day following the events of the Wild Hunt, the silence of the Dreadwood kind of overtaking you. And I believe we were going to leave with you all planning to hail the Wandering Willow Tavern.
Yeah, we're calling our Uber.
Okay. I'm your Uber driver.
Yes.
Got it. As the cold metal turns over in your hand. Not funny? Whatever.
I didn't get it.
I laughed.
You have to
It
be
was just a funny
perpetually
voice.
online, yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
you
if it
kids,
was a
you
reference for
kids.
something, I didn't get it. I just thought it was a funny voice.
It is a funny voice. As you stand in the silence, however, it still feels as though the eyes of the city are upon you, and you kind of consider the past 2 weeks and the events that occurred therein. You discovered a civilization buried beneath the ancient city, a timeless king hiding a desperate plot to overthrow the world order, a plot that you now enable with your choices. But the soft rustle of leaves brings you back to reality as you look over your shoulder to find the massive willow tree out of place in this sequoia forest, swaying gently in the breeze. A pair of gnomes sit on the porch sipping from comically large mugs and give you kind of cursory glances from their conversation, too embedded in each other to think of anything else.
Let's get in the tree.
right?
Get in the tree.
You all enter
Mm.
the Wandering Willow and find the tavern floor is quite crowded, a bit uncharacteristic of your previous trips in the tree, likely filled with denizens kind of nursing the hangover of the wild hunt the day prior. There are a few open tables, as well as the familiar dryad proprietor drifting to and fro behind the bar with calm grace and poise despite the busyness. You are free to make a perception check, grab a table, go to the bar, whatever you'd like to do.
I'll perceive.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go get a drink.
Okay.
Me
So,
too.
I
little
perceived
perceiving
5.
boy. I perceived an 18.
Dunk, well done. Dunk, you scan the room. There are a couple of, it is definitely crowded in here. You spot like one or two open tables that you can go and grab. There's also a handful of kind of family style tables that you could certainly mosey up at. Your attention is called largely given like the unnaturalness of it to a very young, like young, potentially like maybe 10 or 11 year old elf boy, kind of got young, wispy blonde hair, who's carrying possibly one of the largest swords you've ever seen. Like it looks comically large for such a small child. It's kind of slung across his back. Um, at the family table, you see a elderly gentleman who seems to be just caught in a never-ending conversation with a petite little halfling girl, or woman rather, who just seems to be chatting his ear off. And those are the kind of things that stand out to you, just as being a bit odd, given the perplexing nature of such a small boy in this tavern and a very interesting duo that don't seem to, traditionally look like they might go together.
Well, I'm definitely not interested in getting my ears stopped off. So I'm going to go up to I'll go up to like the bar. Or you know what, I'll get like I'll sit down at the table. I'll get like a table kind of off to the side. But I want to keep an eye on the boy because that is definitely interesting.
Okay, you'll lock down a table for the group. Branwen, what are you ordering?
Fistful of whiskey.
Wow, bright and early. Well done. Um, the
It's
uh,
been it's been a couple of weeks, man.
the dryad approaches you calmly, and she goes, "Oh, lovely to see you again. I see you've brought the whole crew this time. Where are you headed?"
Hmm.
Uh, North end of Hylasera.
Very well. Well, I'm sure might take a few days, depending on where other folks have to get off, but I'm sure you won't even notice it. Whiskey, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just have like the bottle?
Any particular vintage you're interested in?
Uh,
No.
yeah, just one of your good ones.
One
I'm
of our
not
good
too
ones.
picky.
Very
Or
well.
I guess what do you want, Branwen?
I literally don't care.
The highest ABV to cost ratio.
So noted. Let me go see what I have in the cellars.
Oh, this
Please.
guy's the new Lord of the Wild Hunt right here. Just a fun fact.
Oh, goodness. And she does a short bow. You can tell that she might not be like as interested in the courtly customs given her wandering tavern. Just, my lords, we are graced to have you join us. It is not every day that a member of the nobility attends the Wandering Willow. Allow me to find something. First bottles on the house, then.
Oh shit, for real?
Oh
Oh,
shit.
much obliged. My
Executive privilege.
And she will kind of
Look how important you
amble
are now, Dunk.
off to find a bottle from the cellar.
I didn't think I would let it go to my head, but I think I'm just gonna milk this whole Lord of the Wild Hunt thing.
Honestly, once we get to the Sarah, just fully do it. Just do it, man.
Yeah, I've
Thing is,
never had this much power before. Is this what it feels like to be part of the nobility?
yeah, I kind of think if we all just milk our individual things, Hag's Bane champion, lady, Lord of the Wild Hunt, I think that would probably get us the farthest. Yeah.
Hey, don't
Or
forget
like
Cena.
immediately heard.
Yeah,
And
Cena kind of just
Cena.
goes like, I'm sure I'll be fine.
I mean,
Oh,
we could just give you a title. What kind of title do you want?
I prefer to fly under the radar.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
you are consort to Lady of the Ebon Lake.
That's definitely a word for it, yeah.
You're consorting.
you guys are consorts now?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
We just both give Randy a weird look like, what a word choice, man.
That's cool, man. It makes me happy.
Okay, let's go get a table.
I've
You
already got one.
turn and find that Dunk has
Oh,
already locked
shit.
down a table.
He's so fast. He's so fast for someone his size. Fastest man in 10 feet.
Easily.
All right, Dunk, what's going to be your second official order of business as Lord of the Wild Hunt? Because your first one was knighting Willem?
Kind of, yeah, but apparently that's not something that we should go about.
Oh, yeah, no.
Which I guess makes sense. Considering all the most powerful beings are archfey, they probably don't appreciate.
Yeah, whatever.
Um,
We should talk
Yeah, I
about
think
that later.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
my
a
impact will be getting another bottle of whiskey after
nice.
this one's done.
Yeah.
It's pretty official.
You know what? Maybe do you think they could like reserve this table at the Willow for us, like permanently, reserved for the Lord of the Wild Hunt?
Like no
Probably.
one would ever be able to sit here
Yeah,
unless that seems just kind of.
maybe
I'm gonna
that's a
say
little too
that seems.
far.
I feel like you gotta flaunt your power and for like other people that have power, because then otherwise you're just kind of a dick, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe
I
I'm
actually
looking to
agree
get a
with
little
Branwen.
too to my head.
Wait, what was that?
Oh, I was just saying I actually agree with you. It's
Oh my god.
unbecoming to not be
Hey, where's that
virtuous
whiskey?
towards the lower classes.
Right here, man.
It does take a bit of time, just given the busyness of the tavern, and you'd get the sense that the proprietor needed to kind of navigate between a few of the tables first. But inevitably, she does kind of float over and pulls out from like kind of a handful of bottles and turns it towards you. And she goes, I literally just had it. Hold on.
It's
Oh, that's
Southern
insane.
Comfort.
No.
The
More
worst
like
thing known to man.
northern discomfort.
It's
Northern
Hylaseran
discomfort.
The war
Comfort.
of northern discomfort.
That's really good. Oh, the bottle reads Laren Hale. And she's aged
Oh.
45 years. In some cases, it's older than some of the people in this bar.
Not
And
that
she,
child over there. Whose kid is this?
oh, that's Maximilian. He's returning home. Don't worry.
Okay,
You like okay?
he's yeah, he's safe.
By all accounts, is my understanding, yes.
Okay.
He's got a cool sword.
Yes,
Is it a
it's-
cool sword or is it just a really big sword, which I guess would be a cool sword?
I mean,
It looks sick as hell.
Is it like a Final Fantasy ass sword?
No, it's like to someone of normal stature, which is you all. It is a very large, great sword.
No,
What?
that three of us are normal stature.
Yeah, to Randy, it's more of a short sword, but to the rest of you, it's just a pretty standard great sword. Um, but it has a jewel
Really
encrusted
great.
handle and an obsidian blade. So it is definitely a very sick looking sword.
Metal as hell.
I will grab the bottle and open it rather unceremoniously, just kind of like with my teeth.
Oh, perfect.
And I'll kind of like everyone wants some, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just passed the bottle. It's a pass the
Yeah,
bottle
I
kind of.
pour everybody a drink and then I pour myself. Just like
Good noise.
Nice.
Is that whiskey? Is that whiskey right there? Damn, I
I
like the
I
whiskey.
bought a good old Glenlivet for
Oh.
the
Ooh,
next
wow.
couple sessions because Randy is not going to be sober.
I was gonna say you're entering your alcoholism era.
Oh yeah, do you want to tell everybody what was on the back of
Randy
your
is.
card?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got it?
It was not received, unfortunately. It was returned back to
Oh,
me.
Um,
And I even had the
damn.
address right. I won't dox Randy, but as I have a history. But yeah, go ahead, Randy.
It says, Sir Randy, may you join us and regale us with tales befitting a god's champion. We have filled our cellars with many a fine vintage. I'm sure you will no doubt appreciate.
I hate these people.
you're
Have
such
you
an
ha-
English.
have you like met Vivian Starfall before?
Yeah, I've gone to one of her parties before, or twice.
Why do
she
you
One of
hate
them I can't remember. What?
why do you hate her so much?
Oh, I just think she's. I mean, she's fine. She's nice enough. She's
Mhm.
probably like killing. Maybe she's a serial. I don't know. I'm just grumpy.
Are you? Do you not want to go home? Like I know you're worried about it, but this seems like a different level of not wanting to go home.
Oh, I'm really freaking out, man. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Clover, sorry. I said puppy. Hey, Clover.
Should we talk about what it is exactly we're going to do when we go there besides go to a party, evidently?
We need to rally the proverbial troops, actually no, literal troops, to help us fight Seraphel? Yeah.
Yeah, can we take a step back with that? So like Seraphel armies, do we know that's happening for sure?
She keeps saying it. Or people
Okay.
keep saying it about her, rather.
Wait.
I don't think she mentioned anything about it.
So, do we even know where she would be getting armies from?
We could ask her.
No. We've been over that multiple times.
Yeah,
Stop texting her you up.
Uh,
It doesn't end well.
and it really upsets some people sometimes.
I don't like that part. But the interaction itself ended up neutral at best. Worst.
I wasn't there, so I can't say anything, but
I
I know that's not true.
But yeah,
Um,
no, so we need to go and get people to agree to help us, and also Gwen will be
yeah,
there
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Um.
Okay, I just want to give you all a blanket warning that this gala thing that we're going to, there's a high likelihood that Gwen would be there.
Without a doubt. And if she's not there, somebody who's like, or her little eyes or something would be, yeah.
Oh, half of those people could be honestly her little eyes. But like, y'all need to probably not try to kill her there. That would be probably a good course of action.
Okay, heard, but is there any reason that she wouldn't just kill us as soon as we got there?
I don't know yet. I think that's something that we need to suss out. I'm gonna be meeting my sister when we get there.
Oh,
And you
okay.
guys are welcome to come with that, just so we can get a better picture of what's going on, what the hell she's been doing.
If Gwen wanted us dead, which she does, I feel like she could just as easily do it now than being in the
I
That's
city.
mean,
true.
yeah, she did, last time we saw her cast a spell that killed Randy, so.
Oh, yeah.
Better.
Like, it stands to reason that potentially, based solely on the fact that you're all who you are, that she can't just come out and kill you.
Or she thinks it's really funny just
Do
us
you
being around, that she's just kind of keeping us around
We do have a
for the
pattern of
bit.
killing hags.
do you think a lot of people would be upset if we died? Because I don't.
Maybe not upset, but certainly you have a bit of. We've developed a bit of a reputation.
I think people would have to at least pretend to be upset if I were dead. If I were
Yeah,
killed like in broad daylight.
I mean,
and
you're the first. Oh, sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no, no.
I was just gonna say he's the first. As far as I'm aware, both mortal and person not from this plane to ever be named Lord of the Wild Hunt. So that probably isn't sitting well with a lot of people, but maybe it's sitting great with others. I don't know. Sitting great with me.
Well, I mean, literally worst case scenario, they just have to wait them out.
Yeah,
It's definitely.
Normally, we live for a pretty long time.
normally.
Normally, yeah.
Speaking of which, you good? Like, can I do anything for you?
Um,
Do you
I
want
don't
to hug?
know. No, not right now.
Okay.
She's not like going into hospice.
No, I know, but like,
Yet.
well, kind of like. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna shut up.
I don't think I'm going great yet.
How old
How
are
long
you
it's gonna
going to
take?
get?
I don't know. Is the thing. Do I have gray hairs yet?
No,
Does she?
she does not.
So I don't know. I could be like 50 years older right now, but y'all wouldn't be able to tell very good. Randy, I was thinking we could just go through Talia's notebook and see if we can find anything.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
more about potions than I do, so
yeah. Um, yeah.
more than I do.
That's fair. I guess that's
So
true.
much more.
You have at least brewed one potion.
I
Yeah.
have. I have. Yeah, I can look at that with you.
If there's any cool or uncool hag stuff, could you let me know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know
Cool.
what the way you said that was very fun to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Branwen is dealing with your family situation a priority at all?
Honestly, well, no. So Colette, kind of.
Uh-huh.
We need to figure out what's going on with her. Um, that would be a priority. Dealing with my mom, I don't give a shit.
I can talk to your mom if you want.
You know what? I think that would be highly entertaining for me. But we're not going to her. She's coming to us, and not through that little annoying assistant that she has. You guys, that little annoying assistant, y'all can give her hell.
She has an assistant?
Little annoying
Oh, she
assistant.
has an assistant. Yeah, no. She sent me so back when we were in Old Hallow, she actually sent me a letter at one point that was just kind of basically taunting me. It was kind of really rude. And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I think we should talk. Talk to my assistant to set up an appointment with me." And I'm like,
Oh, what a bitch.
"Exactly. So you know what? She can come to us."
You know what else was bitchy when she tried to have you killed?
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
Um, hey, so can I bring up maybe a little bit of a sensitive subject and like it's not exactly like it's not about the deal or anything.
Brandon will take a shot of whiskey. Okay, yeah.
Given we are all going to this place that you grew up in and we know everything about it, um I think it would be helpful if you could tell us sort of as much as possible about what we can expect there beyond like it's a vibe, maybe. Um, and also, I maybe think that it's important for us to know what you did. Because I don't think you've told anybody
I
besides maybe
have.
her. You
Her
told me part
her
of
has
it,
a
certainly.
name.
Sorry, you told Cena.
Well, yeah.
So I just thought that might be an
I
important thing to know.
I beat the crap out of a guy in front of a very crowded coliseum of people.
Awesome.
Is that
Why?
it?
It wasn't awesome though.
What did he do?
I don't think anything that he deserved.
Oh.
Well, okay, but like, why? What was the reasoning behind the beating of up of a guy?
I thought he said something about my sister, and I got really mad. But now the sister is saying that that didn't happen. So I, but yeah, no. So I tried to crush his skull in my hands.
Well, we all crush a skull every once in a while.
Tried to is a key word. That means you didn't do it.
Mm, I
What is
was generally
what is
quite
he meant to
successful.
have said about your sister?
Basically that something along the lines of if I lost that fight, then they were gonna make force my sister to replace me, which crazily enough ended up happening anyway. So I really failed on a lot of fronts there.
So you exploded this guy's head in your hands and he
Not
came back.
entirely. He's
Oh,
still alive.
is he like kind of fucked up now because of it? Like dents?
I haven't seen him since.
And now he's dating your sister?
Yes.
This is a very strange knot that you've created of relationships.
And
Not
that's
that you've created, sorry.
that's all you did is almost or maybe did kill a guy in front of a crowded coliseum.
It really wasn't pretty.
Yeah, head crushing usually isn't.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. Is that it?
I mean, he's also kind of like the son of basically a diplomat. And also, I was supposed to lose the fight as a show of good faith and stuff. So,
Oh, this does sound familiar.
She never really gave a ton of detail, so I thought we should all maybe be informed if she wanted to share.
I didn't really want to tell you the story about how I completely brutalized a guy and ruined his life for what feels like no reason.
We
Branwen,
do that every week.
to be fair, this
Yeah,
does seem
but for a reason.
Yours was for a reason. You just, maybe got a little out of control.
it does seem like the consequences outweigh the actual action of what you did.
As I understand it, people here are very uptight about their honor and ceremony and rules, though, so that probably made a lot of people very angry.
This is also somebody that I actually cared about, though, so that also kind of sucks.
Oh, yeah, because he was your boyfriend.
Not at the time. He was still like my best friend.
Was he your boyfriend before or after?
Okay, so like we were dating and then they wanted to like make us get married and we are like, "Nah, that's going to be a conflict of interest." It's a whole thing. Don't worry about that.
I mean, it sounds juicy, so I'm a little interested, but okay. I like drama. Sorry. I love mess.
I'm a messy bitch.
Branwen, he should be so lucky to have been with somebody that could crush his skull like that.
It's a
Dunk.
little it's a little bit hot. I kind of agree with Doug.
You seem very
Nothing
strong.
like a. I'm gonna
This was
give him a
an
little bit of side eye
amicable.
roll.
This
Not
was
from
an
like a-
amicable breakup. Like this was fine.
But then
It's
he
not
said,
like I was mad at him.
so you broke up, and then he said some shit about your sister, which really made you angry. You're
The
supposed to
dating of the
leave.
sister / the breaking up with
That
him is not involved with this at all.
Okay. But he said some shit about your sister. You got angry.
Yes.
You popped his
Yes.
skull. You shouldn't have.
Yes. Yes.
You got kicked out.
Yes. And almost sent to hell.
What?
Oh.
They almost dragged you to hell?
You guys fought Feargal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, killed him.
So you know when my mom was like gonna have me killed?
I have heard of the occasion.
So I guess that's not entirely accurate. She was gonna send me to hell
I
Mm.
think I
because
went
that's what
there.
happened. What?
I think I've been there.
Okay.
When did you go to hell?
Remember when I disappeared out of this plane for about 10 seconds?
Oh yeah, in like
in
our
that...
third session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
continue.
So I guess the Lavender Parlor will just send people to hell that they don't like. And that's what happened to Feargal, and that's what was supposed to happen to me.
Mm.
And so they're not going to send you to hell now because you're Lady of the Ebon Lake, and that's important.
I mean, they probably could still send me to hell.
And your
Which I
mom
would...
is in charge of the Lavender Parlor?
No, she's like one of 5 people that's under another person who's under Amar, but Amar is missing. And that person under Amar is now Gwen.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No?
Just continue talking. Give me...
Is there a flow chart?
There could be a flow chart if you give me 15 minutes. And Branwen spends 15 minutes making a flow chart. I did make one at work today. Oh, stop it.
Cool. Anything, and you three, I say also looking at Cena, want to accomplish in Hylasera?
Um,
Um,
not really.
yeah, I'm good, man.
I just opened Discord and immediately saw this and I hated it.
I just saw the message below it, and I hate that.
It's the donut patch.
I'm putting it under notes and lore.
Good one. Oh my god.
oh, Jesus
Nope,
Christ.
that's too complicated of a flow chart. Nope.
Yeah, I'm not looking at this.
Let's be real, Willem, Randy, and Dunk weren't gonna memorize it anyway.
I know you weren't. I'll
Sorry,
make more
maybe
copies later.
Maybe Dunk would have.
Dunk can read now, so
Dunk can read now.
That's cool.
This is what you wanted, right?
Not what I wanted.
What do you want?
What do I want?
Oh god.
Do you still want to stop Seraphel?
Yes.
Insight check.
She got a nat 20.
Oh shit. Can you see it? Can you see it? Probably not.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
a nat 20.
Yes.
Oh shit, we did it!
as
Although
yeah,
that
I
wasn't a specific enough question.
as you
Me
all are
too.
talking, the like diminutive halfling woman, like a dirty blonde hair, almond eyes, just very wide gap teeth. She comes like sauntering over to the table and like pounds her fist on the table, like her head is on it essentially. I just couldn't hear but help you over. Sorry, couldn't help but overhear you talking. Sedona Myth, and I hear that you're headed to Hylasera and you're looking for all the juicy details about who's who, what's what, and how's how. I've got the answers, and I'm more than happy to talk about it. But first, I want to know about you four. Five, sorry. You look like a couple of good kids. I want to know what makes you tick. Tell me, come on, give me the juicy details.
Um, right now, alcohol kind
How
of
about
makes.
how about I get your next bottle and we'll have a conversation?
Have
Seriously,
I
I'm
heard of this woman?
no, like
Who the hell is this?
complete stranger. It's born and bred. I used to walk through the thoroughfare every morning. I know all the things that one needs to know to make going to Hylasera a success. But I'd much rather know about all of you.
I hate parsnips.
Not a fan of the root vegetables. Got it. Got it.
Just that root vegetable in particular.
Oh, just that one in particular. Got it. Got it. But I mean, like, really, who are you? Me, myself, and I. We want to know. What's
Why?
the story behind those eyes? You're yearning for something deep down that you haven't gotten yet. I can always tell. Sedona can always tell. And she kind of like drums on the side of your armor, Willem.
I urine at least 3 or 4 times a day, yeah.
Tell me all about it. And she's just
So
gonna
you're
sit down at the table and pour herself a glass from your bottle of whiskey.
Presumptuous. Um who why do you want to know? What's your deal?
I love people. I love stories. I like telling stories. For instance,
I'd
I
like
know that Janine Montclair is cheating on her husband.
Steph consults the oracle of do I know that person?
I don't remember writing that name down this morning when I wasn't working, so
Whoop whoop.
I already know which other person's cheating on their husband. I don't say that out loud.
Chris, I'd like to roll an insight check if that's okay. I want to determine if this person is just a busybody or if there's something more sinister or calculating there.
Okay.
18.
She as she kind of like sits there and like looks at all of you, you can see like in her eyes there's not a lot of thought going on in her brain. She strikes
A
you
real spinner.
like a busybody. Like she just likes to dish, bitch.
No.
Oh, she loves to dish the dish.
Randy, did you
We're
have
on a
something
mission
you
from
wanted
God.
to do?
no, that kind of answered the question. I was gonna read her mind, but there's not really much going up there, huh?
Yeah.
Real talk, Sedona. I kind of I think her sister's really pretty, but her sister has a boyfriend, and it's just like,
Uh
what's the deal?
love triangles.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna
My
fucking kill you.
second favorite shape, if you don't mind my saying. The
Ooh, what's your
reality
first?
Okay, if he's planning on making a love triangle, then he also has to bang Walder because that's how a triangle works. And also, it's not happening.
Walter Frostbite.
Fuck. Branwen's
You
drunk.
are you're into that Dawn Guard little girl who's dating the son of Lord Frostbane. He's not quite right in the head anymore, is he? And
Apparently not, from what I've heard.
if that's the case, that makes you Branwen Foxbriars, I live and breathe. Oh my gods above. Ah, God. What brings you back to the city, darling?
Oh man.
I am gonna speak telepathically to Cena. We could just kill her.
On a
Cena,
mission from God.
Kill her.
well, we don't want to do that in a public place, and we don't do that like that. You don't do that
And you're
like
so
that.
smart.
And she will turn as you say you're on a mission from God. Mission from God? Which one? They're all such fucks, if you ask me. But if you're into a particular one,
I'll
One of
choose
them's
for a
kind of
lodge
cool.
link to that Sedona.
Yeah,
she is.
personally, I also kind of don't really put a whole lot of stock into them, but
You're headed to the wrong city, then I'm afraid. Can't get enough of Morn's dick, if you know what I mean.
oh yeah, we're Adara is the one that we're like
Hmm.
cool with.
I've met a few Hearthkeepers. Good folk. Of course, there's that one down at the Hearthkeeper's sanctum south of the city. She's got a baby out of wedlock, and they're not supposed to be having sex, which is not great. Keeps them under the floorboards during the day when, mass is in session, and then takes them out at night. Must be terrible for the poor kid.
Also, hiding a baby under floorboards. They
From what
traditionally
I
make
understand,
noise.
it's like kind of like a crawl space, so it's a little bit nicer.
Oh, that's nice.
Like that short story, The Telltale Baby.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you know about the Hearth Keepers around Hylasera?
They're a bit stuck up, but they situate themselves outside the city walls, all about their community thing. They want to, make sure that there's an opportunity to, you know, build up from the ground up the not so high-born lords and ladies. But then, well, crime got a little bit tough, so they moved inside the city walls. Who's to say?
Is there a big crime problem in Hylasera at the
No,
moment?
not even a little bit, but one window breaks and people assume the worst. Bit NIMBY, if you don't mind my saying.
I'm really I'm a student of politics. I'm very interested. How are things going in Hylasera without, the king there?
I don't know what you mean. The
Oh,
king rules from the palace.
Telepathically, I message
You know
nobody
something I
actually knows
don't.
she's missing.
well, when I say when the king's not there, I really mean like he's not like in touch with the common people. You know what I mean?
Make a
Sort
deception
of
check.
distant. 17?
Well, you're not wrong about that, but Amar's always been good to us. We see his face everywhere. It's all over the place. So I can't really imagine that he's not in touch with the comic book. It's more so those lords and ladies who think they're all hot shit, but they're not even in the top five. Those are the ones that really get me. Like architect
Yeah.
of grandeur. Who cares? You built a nice building. I heard that they haven't even been paying attention to the codes. So the latest tower that's built up by Waslow's, I wouldn't go up the stairs.
You see his face everywhere. Is he like one of those kings that puts his face on money like some kind of asshole?
There's posters and stuff. You've never been to Hylasera, even though one of your traveling companions is like world famous there.
Yeah, no, we're from the material plane.
Plane walkers. I must know all about it. Tell me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Material plane's a lot like this place, except kind of boring.
I've been on 4.
4 planes.
Oh yeah, he's the plane strider.
Plain runner.
Tell me more. Don't.
We should change our name. We could be the Marigold Plain Runners. Sounds sick as hell.
That is fucking cool.
Shit, we should do that. Can we do that? Can we make that visual right now?
Hunters here, so
Marigold plane runners. I've got it down. That's like cyberpunk as shit.
Pretty cool,
It sounds
actually.
like Cyberpunk Edge Runner.
Oh, that's
Clover.
Okay, everyone in favor?
Are we
Yeah.
voting? Yes, in
we
favor.
haven't hunted Holly in a long time.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Be careful how loud you say that.
What?
Are there a
who's
bunch of
Holly?
Holly lovers here?
Holly's the official sigil of the Court of Hale. The House of Hale, I meant to say.
Oh yeah, no.
Different
There was a
Holly.
whole. It was a material plane thing you wouldn't understand.
Got it.
Hey, do you ever feel like sometimes when you kind of accomplish everything you set out to do,
Stop it.
the next steps just kind of seem like a little bit out of your grasp?
Stop it,
But
Clover.
you don't really know where to start.
No.
Stop. You're gonna rip the mattress.
Where do you go from where you're at when you don't really know what's next? Those steps really aren't concrete. But you kind of already done everything that's been laid out in front of you, and you just don't like really know who to ask or what to do or how to talk to others. And you kind of just like rely on some old coping mechanisms. What's that like?
Branwen is actually trying so hard not to laugh.
What do I do when I've finished all the things laid out in front of me? I find another table. That's why I'm here. Obadiah over there's a little bit dry, if you ask me. Oh, I have to bury my dead wife.
oh, that's a super bummer, man. That sounds like an awful table to be at.
Downer.
Does he need help?
Downer. No, as I understand,
None
he's
of us
going...
even have dead partners, much less a dead wife.
It's not interesting. There's lots of dead people in the world. Lots of people have widows or orphans or whatever.
My parents are both still alive.
Good for you, darling.
I don't really have a mom, and I'm gonna kind of like
No.
be like very quickly glance at Cena and
Cena just goes
I'm also gonna
and tries to look anywhere else.
We all start just chugging whiskey.
uh, hold on. Let me see if she notices. Where's my D20? There it is. Just fell off the top there. Sedona's kind of like looking around the table as you all
Silvery
do that.
barbs.
Silvery bar.
She rolled a nat 1. She's completely oblivious.
The grand use of silvery barbs.
Just wasted a spell slot to make sure that the gossip didn't notice something.
Notice don't
Which
give
she
him
might not have
obvious
noticed in the first place. Also, she definitely
Oh,
sees
man.
you cast a spell.
You don't know that.
Not at a nat 1, she doesn't.
Fair enough. I guess she's got gaps in her brain and her teeth.
How long are you planning to stay in the city? As she pours herself another glass from your bottle. It's getting quite low.
Yo,
She hears a telepathic message in her brain that just says, quit it.
She puts the glass down. Fine. I know when I've overstayed my welcome. She bows. Enjoy Hylasera. If you don't mind, don't mention that you saw me to anybody. And she's just gonna amble away from the table.
I'm gonna mention it to literally everybody. What was her name?
Sedona, something.
Good.
Good.
Well,
The bottle is getting quite low, and the proprietor will come back around and go, another one, or will you be adjourning for the day?
Yeah, we'll have one more. Sedona said that she'd buy it for us.
My tab's high enough as it is. I'm afraid I'll have to ask that you pay for it.
So she just lied?
She has a track record.
Why do you still allow her in here?
To be perfectly honest, she kind of barreled in here a few days ago. Last time we were back in Hylasera, if I'm not mistaken. Hold
She
That's
didn't
kinda
want anybody to. She didn't want anybody to, or us to tell anybody that she's here or that we had seen her. Is she in some sort of trouble?
It's not my place to say. Will you be having another bottle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Would you like to try something different, or are you a fan of the...
Do you have sparkling apple juice?
we have cider, if that's what you're looking for.
I would love some sparkling apple juice right now.
Yeah, I'll
And
just do another bottle of the
Larenhale?
same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larenhale 45, okay. Another bottle of Larenhale 45 and a sparkling apple cider. I'll be back with that.
Actually, make that 2 apple juices if you don't mind.
2 apple juices. I'll be with you in just a moment. Oh, I know what he's gonna do, you son of a gun. And she will depart.
I don't.
I will pick up the second apple juice and put it in front of the child.
You'd have
Oh,
to
God.
you'd have to leave the table and join him at his table if you intend to do that.
Oh, I'm just gonna stop by with the apple juice, pick it up, and put it in front of him and say, "You look thirsty, kid. If you need a place to sit, we're just sitting over there and sharing stories."
He's sitting there quietly and he sees the glass get put down in front of him. Mister, are you an adventurer?
I sure am.
And really, you let me sit with you?
Of course.
What?
Oh my god! I just have to ask. I'll be over in just a little bit.
I'm gonna stand up and talk to the dryad when she comes back. I want to have a conversation with her.
Okay. She is back in a few moments with a new bottle of the. Why do I keep forgetting this? Larenhale.
Larenhale?
Larenhale. Yeah, thank you. Larenhale. The
You'd remember
Larenhale.
it if it was called Southern Comfort.
Yeah, the Larenhale 45, and also brought the 2 apple juices to Willem as Willem gets up, she is there to, be hailed, if you would wish.
Hey, what happened to Malin? Is he still around?
I'm afraid I haven't seen Malin in some time.
Did he just did he leave? Is he okay? Do you know?
Unfortunately, I go where the tree does. He got off one day and haven't seen him. Maybe about 6 or 7 days.
Do you know where he got off?
Unfortunately, it tends to be a bit different for different people. It's kind of just how it works.
Um,
Hope he's doing all right.
He's a good lad. Odd, but a good lad.
Yeah, I've been reading his book. I get why he's like that.
If you don't mind my saying, good sir, I did get the sense he was a bit distraught after your interaction.
Yeah, I don't entirely stand by everything that I said to him that day.
Well, it's not my place to judge or assume. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Much obliged.
After some time, this diminutive little fellow kind of comes down and pulls up the chair that Sedona was sitting in. Kind of pulls himself up. Hi. My name is Maximilian, but you can call me Max. Are you guys real adventurers?
Real
we
deal,
are,
buddy.
buddy.
Wow. Thanks for letting me come sit with you guys. I I've always kind of dreamt of being an adventurer myself.
Are you on an adventure right now? Is that why you're here with that? And I say, pointing at the sword.
Oh, Limmy? Yeah, but I uh I I I shouldn't have left without asking my parents. So I'm heading back now.
Sorry, you cut out. Did he say this sword's name is Limmy?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Limmy is an excellent sword. And I sort of will pull the flaming sword a little bit out of its sheath, and I'll say, "Here's mine."
Oh my god, that is
I'm so
incredible.
happy you're talking about a literal sword.
Literal
He
sword.
will, with pretty relative ease, pull the great sword off of his back and kind of hold up. Goes, this is Limmy. I found him in my dad's library. He was all dusty, but now he's mine.
You handle Limmy really well.
I It's just a sword. I've
That's
I
a,
I've grown up practicing with swords. I know how to use them.
oh, I believe it. It's just that's a very large sword, and you are not a very large person. I'm
Can
very
I take
impressed by your
a
strength.
But one
can
day
I do
I'll
a
be
You're
as big as
perception
you.
check?
Yeah, he's large in his feelings, Willem.
I'll point
Yeah,
at Randy and I'll go, maybe you'll be as big as him.
I hope so. Then I could go on any adventure.
Gotta eat your vegetables.
Where have you guys
You ever been?
gone?
Have you ever been on an adventure inside yourself, man?
You guys have shrunk down and gone inside of other people?
No, it's about the psyche. Have you ever been on an adventure inside your own mind? You don't know what's up or down. You don't know what's good or bad. Who are you, even?
Psyche. Is that the spring court?
This kid doesn't get it, man.
Sorry, mister. I didn't mean to offend you. If you want me
It's
to
cool, dude.
go, I'll go.
No, you're
Oh no
you're good.
no.
Oh, okay. Branwen, yes, you want?
Chris, can I make a perception check on this sword?
What are you hoping to perceive?
Is it like a famous sword or something? Have I seen the sword? Is this like some fancy rich person's sword?
So you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Boppity bop beep, buddy liddy, scoopy doopy doop, a doopy doop. That is a 21.
Um, it does not look it doesn't look familiar to you in any particular way, but investigating it closely, you do see that it is a very large great sword, almost the color like the blade is like obsidian, uh, and like kind of the edge is kind of toned in the color of almost like a rust colored that blends into the obsidian metal. Um, it has a rich black hilt inset with runes, but the sword does not look at all familiar to you.
Is it
That's
weird
excellent.
how easily he was able to lift up the sword?
Definitely, like you being a person accustomed to wielding blades, like even you would have some difficulty, like
The
just
great sword,
taking it's
two
a great sword.
hands.
It's a hefty blade, and he is still wielding it with two hands. But certainly, like you would know that a
But
blade
he's
of
an
that
8-year-old
size is
boy.
about 10 or 12 pounds, and certainly not
Do you
something that
want
could
to play
be.
with this? And I'll hold out my my maul.
Oh, I'm good, thanks. I already have a sword.
It's a pretty cool sword.
Great,
Thanks. Yeah,
great sword.
Yimmy. So, have you guys ever have you? What kind of adventures have you been on?
Well, I'm the Lord of the Wild Hunt.
You really?
That just
You were in the wild hunt?
I
Did you?
was.
Did you?
It was really scary.
Did you catch the beast?
Yup.
Yeah,
We caught the beast.
we caught him.
I
Wow.
actually tackled it.
There
Yeah,
was
When
That
They
must have
killed
been so
everybody else that was there.
Randy hears a telepathic voice in his head. Shut the fuck up, Randy. It's a child.
killed the people?
Well,
Wow.
we killed them in, like we were racing and we killed them. We just smoked
Yeah,
them.
we were way faster than everybody else. That's why we got to it first.
No, they changed the rules on us. They actually had to
Randy,
kill every other party.
I kick Randy under the table.
I've never been in a wild hunt before, but that's I feel like I might be interrupting you guys.
I'm gonna just lean down and I'm gonna go. Listen, I'm sorry, man. You gotta ignore Randy. He likes to drink a little bit too much and he gets kind of silly and just says things.
My dad drinks a lot too, but
Oh, I'm sorry if this is weird, but who's your dad? I mean, he seems to have a cool library. You found Lemmy in it.
oh, you're Maximilian Margaster the First. That's who I'm named after.
Oh,
So I'm the
you're a
second one.
fancy little guy, huh?
I guess. I I got lots of brothers and sisters, and I don't know. Sometimes like they gave me his name, but like I feel like they just gave me his name because my older brothers were already doing cool stuff. They ran out of other original names. Most people in our city, they don't name them after like their dads. They want them to have new names.
Mm.
I get it, man. My brother's name was Stone Killer.
Okay. My brother's name is Mark.
You know, Max.
Wait, you said the kid's last name is Margaster?
Mm-hmm.
Max, there's no reason that you can't give yourself your own name if you want to. I mean, plenty of adventurers, they do really cool things and then they get to sort of pick a name or have a name based on what they did.
Yeah, I
We
named
literally
myself
just
Randy.
changed our group name right now.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and plus, like, nobody cares about like your name is just your name. Like, it's you that makes it like either cool or not. And I think you're pretty cool.
Thanks, mister. See, you guys been awfully nice. I feel like my parents were. Well, I didn't notice or care when I left, but now they're all, I guess. I know it was the wrong thing to do to leave. I'm worried they'll be mad when they found out I left. But
Sometimes you gotta leave your family, kid. I get it.
So you think I shouldn't go back?
I think you should go back. At
I think
least
it's
for a
up to
little
you.
bit.
I think it's up to him.
Listen, Max, I got a deal for you. You go back to your parents. You be a good kid. And then when you're old enough, like 18, 19, 20, that's that in real term or sorry, mortal terms. I don't know how old that is for you. But when you're an adult, you come look me up and I will teach you how to be an adventurer.
I already have a good teacher.
Who's your
Really?
teacher?
Lemmy.
Lemmy is.
Does the sword talk to you?
No.
Insight check on his. On
I
that.
don't even need to. He's so lying.
So I got a 18.
He rolled
Oh,
a
Chris,
nat.
something just made sense.
He is stone cold lying.
I get real close to him. I like take a drink. Like my alcohol is like on my breath. It's not good. And I get real close to him. And I go, "You talk to your sword, kid."
Hey, Randy, why don't you back the hell off for a
I
second,
just
huh?
grab him by the scruff of his drug rug hoodie and I pull him back.
Make a contested strength check.
You're gonna make us kill a child in this tree, Chris? That's messed
Killed a
up.
child.
I believe the contested strength check is to yank back Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Branwen, you would
Oh,
have to.
oh, you were talking to me. I thought you were talking to
Yeah,
Randy and the kid. Contested
Randy.
strength. Come on, man.
Randy has to roll strength, and Branwen has to roll strength.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
I got a 20.
Oh, I got an 8.
You
And
just kind of
I'm
like yank on the back of his drug rug a bit, and he
You're
goes
like, wow,
nowhere.
wow.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cast the channel divinity, so I'm gonna read his brain. See what's going on
Child!
there. He's got
He's gonna
a.
assault a child. This is
I'm
gonna
not
be
gonna
like
assault a
NBC's The
child.
Slap.
I'm trying to be a mentor to this boy.
Okay.
And in a perfectly normal, not weird way.
In a normal, not weird way.
What?
He just has to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
Um, womp womp. I am
Did you
always.
just womp womp?
I did, but I. Jeez.
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your
Thank you. I
something
always
else.
forget it. It's
Or
17.
maybe
They succeed.
Oh damn. Okay. I can still read their mind, but only like surface thoughts.
You can get the sense that he is intimidated by you, but not afraid. So it's like he is alarmed at your encroaching presence, especially given the um, how kind your companions are being to him. But he is not afraid of you. Um, you also get like a hint of nervousness, and he's kind of like scanning the room.
Can I cast magic awareness on the sword?
Sure.
Um, I
You get
well,
back
I
necromancy.
I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet. Um, and I learn what school of magic it belongs to.
It's a normal sword. This kid's just crazy.
Yeah, right. It is most certainly a magic sword. And I have to look up what school of magic it is.
Necromancy, chronomancy, dunamancy, illusion,
I would like to. Well, I'll let you do this first.
enchantment,
divination.
swamp, swamp magic.
Thalia was really good at swamp magic. Or no,
Mhm.
Ophelia, swamp magic.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So it is unclear what school of magic it is. In fact, it feels
I would
beyond traditional magic.
I would like to nonchalantly touch the sword and cast identify.
Isn't identify a pretty lengthy spell?
It's
I'm gonna touch
instantaneous.
the sword for 5 minutes.
It does take a minute.
Attempting to touch the sword, Max will kind of, oh, sorry, mister, that's my sword. I would really prefer if you didn't touch it.
Andy, you're being real weird.
I think I've probably overstayed my welcome. Thanks for the juice, mister. If you're going to Hylasera, look me up. Max Margaster II.
Would it
Mac.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Branwen, you can go ahead.
would it do you think it would help your parents be like less worried or something if like we walked you home or something like that?
They don't even know I'm gone. At least I don't think
They
they do.
probably do.
I don't know. It'll be okay. I know my way.
Okay.
Max, can you actually come onto the balcony with me for a second? I want to show you
I'm
something
gonna
cool.
throw this kid off a balcony.
No.
You sure, mister?
I will go outside with him and I will pull out my sword and say the word and set it on fire and be like, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's cool.
I
Did
have a
you?
magic sword too.
Well, Limmy's not magic. He's just Limmy.
Oh, how do you know his name is Lemmy? Did you give him that name?
Well, I just can't pronounce his real name.
Oh,
Does your
cool.
sword have a name? I just figured all swords have names.
I haven't named it yet. Just waiting for something that feels right, you know.
Blaziken.
That's a Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
Blaziken is actually a pretty good name for this sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just think about? You just thought of that like off the top of your head?
Yeah, I just think it's like an adventurer's sword. You're like a
Mhm.
real adventurer.
I gotta let you in on a little secret too. I'm from another plane.
You're not even from here?
Nope.
That's crazy! That's... And he's
Oh,
gonna
easy,
pull out a
Max. Easy.
small little like kind of like windpipe and
Oh,
pulling.
it's pure fentanyl.
So
Chris,
cool.
Drops dead.
Chris, can I use lay on hands and try to cure the
Use
boy's
fantasy
asthma?
Narcan. Use fantasy Narcan.
I'll let you know that you can't cure his fantasy asthma.
Oh,
It's excitement
please,
induced, so
please, Phantasma.
yes, phantasma. That's really good. Sorry, that just happens when I get a little excited. And
I understand, man.
I just
Sometimes I pee a little.
what did you say your name was?
Oh, I'm called Willem.
Mr. Willem? How'd you know you were ready to leave? I just I, I feel like the whole world is out there. And I'm here.
Hmm.
When I could be out there.
Hmm.
And there's so many places, the world is so wide,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of people who doing what you do,
Hmm.
but not a lot of them are good people.
No,
And I think I
I'm gonna
could
be real with you, kid.
be a good
Some,
person.
I think you could be a good person too, but I gotta tell you, some bad things happened to me, and I didn't really have a choice but to leave. Um, and if I could do things over again or have things go different, if my parents were still here, I wouldn't have left either. So I know you think your parents probably don't care about you, but I'm sure they love you. And don't be in a rush to grow up. It'll happen before you know it, and then you're gonna miss being a kid. I miss playing stickball in the cornfields with my buddy Bastion.
My sister says that too sometimes. You'd like her.
Who's your sister?
Her name's Lucy.
Okay. Lucy Mergaster, is that correct?
Margaster.
Margaster, sorry. Not from here.
That's okay, I understand. I can't. Sometimes the things that I say don't sound right. I guess you're right. I want you to have this. He's gonna pull out a very crumpled piece of paper. It's just the places I've always wanted to see. And if you're right, I'm not ready to go. Maybe you could go see them for me and tell me about them. Tell me
You know
which ones
what?
are worth it and which ones aren't.
I'll see if I can scope it out. But I'm gonna copy down your list and I want you to hold on to that because I don't want you to let go of your dream because you'll be ready someday. And I'm gonna just put a hand on his shoulder and be like, I believe in you, Max.
Thanks, mister.
I I never had a little brother or any siblings, and you sort of feel like what it would be like if I did.
I got tons of them. You want some?
Oh no, I'm okay now. I got better things to do than deal with little siblings.
Oh.
Adventure stuff, you know.
Yeah. Listen,
Sorry, I shouldn't have said little siblings. I just meant all siblings.
yeah.
It's a lonely life to be an adventurer sometimes.
Maybe I could come with you someday.
Maybe.
I'm not so lonely. I've got Lemmy.
You got Lemmy. Why would you be?
Sure. I don't. I don't really see this. Lemmy says I'm not supposed to. But Lemmy says that you're one of the good ones.
What does that mean?
Lemmy likes to tell me who's maybe not a good one,
Hmm.
but you're a good one.
What does it mean when somebody's not a good one? Like not a good person?
I just like Lemmy gives me this sense about people
Uh,
of like who they are, you know? I don't
uh-huh.
really always get it. It's just like a feeling.
Like the true nature of their moral fiber.
I said not big words for Max, but like generally speaking, like I guess,
Okay.
yeah. So I guess he kind of shoulders the blade. Thanks.
I just want to ask, Lemmy never tries to make you do anything bad, right?
No, he always talks to me about it first.
Have you done anything bad with Lemmy?
No,
Okay.
I mean I ran away from
Listen, I
home.
didn't think so. I just thought I'd check.
I ran away from home, but
Well, you know, you were having a little adventure. You're going back. It's going to be okay.
you're right. Thanks, Mister. I guess I should probably go to my bed now. It's getting
Yep.
kind of dark.
Don't forget to brush your teeth before you go to bed.
Oh,
All
thanks.
adventurers practice good oral hygiene.
God, he's gonna take out a little like notepad and write down really quickly.
Hmm.
Got it. Thanks, Mister. And then
Sorry, Chris, my internet is like screwy, but yeah, we can leave.
he walks inside. Would anyone else like to do anything before the end of their first day in the Wandering Willow?
Hey, is that kid being human trafficked by his sword?
No, I think the sword sort of just took him for a walk, or he decided to go on a walk with the sword.
Someone took him for a walk.
That's it, exactly.
The sword I don't think is evil, but it might well, it might be racist.
Yeah, the kid seems cool. I don't know about that sword. We'll have to see, I
Yeah.
guess.
He said the
Sword
sword never tries to make him do anything bad, but he did say the sword told him, "I'm one of the good ones." And when
That
I was
does
trying to
sound
get out of him what a bad one is, he wasn't very specific.
it does sound pretty racist.
It's crazy how two
Yeah.
people can have vastly different interpretations of the same sentence.
Anyway, he's going back home, and he's do you know his family at all, Branwen?
What?
The Margansers? Do you know them at all?
No.
He
Right?
said he said he's got a sister, and I should look her up, or that his sister tells him stuff, and
Oh my god,
I
you're
should
gonna
look
try to
her up.
make out with his sister. She's probably like 74. That's creepy, dude.
I sort of just shrug and look at Branwen and go, maybe I got a thing for sisters.
Ugh,
Ugh.
gross.
No. Uh, yeah. I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
I gotta talk to Cena because I keep forgetting to.
I should
Okay.
also talk to Cena at some point.
Oh my
Got it.
gosh.
So you're going to talk to Cena in the Wandering Willow?
Yeah.
Are you talking to her before you go to bed, or are you assuming this is a next day kind of conversation?
I can do this before we go to bed.
Okay. You all head up to your respective rooms. There are enough for each of you. Though Cena and Branwen do opt to share.
We do.
And she's kind of like folding up her clothes into her satchel. She like looks over at you and goes, um, I know that conversation earlier was probably hard on you. You're right.
I mean, it's better that they didn't hear about it, like,
That's true.
until they saw Walder. That would be
Do you,
a bit
don't
awkward.
you all have kind of like impressive healing abilities? Do you think it was that bad?
Based on that thing that Cleo showed me, I think it was.
Got it.
Speaking of Cleo,
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you about this like before the wild hunt, and then we were like, let's do the wild hunt first. Um, but she told me this is gonna sound real messed up,
Just say
and
it.
I know something about you that you don't know, but I can't tell you. But I want you to know. I want you to know that I, I don't. I don't want to keep it from you, but it's some Cleo stuff, so it's kind of scary. And she said that I can't tell you, but I don't want to not tell you. And I don't know what to do.
What kind of stuff?
About your past. But she said now's not the time or something like that. And I'm scared that there's going to be some crazy consequences if I do.
When in my past?
Before Randy.
I don't want to know. Hey, I don't need to know.
I just go give her a cuddle.
She kind of backs away for just a moment
No!
and just like hesitates as you approach. Thank you. I know you think you're doing what's right. And nobody has ever been as honest with me as you're being with me right now, and you're still not telling me everything, and I want that. I want you to feel like you can tell me anything. I'm not ready for that. She's right.
Well, whenever you want to know, I'll tell you.
Thank you. She will return the hug eventually.
Yay! Yeah.
Okay. The days in the Wandering Willow go by with relative ease, Is anyone planning to do anything during their time in the Wandering Willow besides just wait for the arrival at Hylasera?
I am making Randy help me look for things in Talia's potion book.
Yeah.
I
Um,
would like to have a conversation with Cena at some point.
okay. Let's maybe do that one in Hylasera. Branwen and Randy, you spend most of the second day kind of.
Yeah, Brandon, Randy. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, it's okay. As the three of you kind of navigate through the book, unfortunately, you find a lot of ways how not to make an antidote for Blood of Bark. You also find quite a few like a lot of her reasoning and like research to understand what was happening and what the Earl King was working on. So you find a lot of like Talia's um, scientific method for finding samples, skulking too far into the woods, almost getting caught, and inevitably trying to like discern what exactly they were working on in the woods. But simply looking through the book, you do find quite a few helpful potions, including a number of potions, including one that enables you to cast the spell Shadow Step for a day, uninhibited. So you get an elixir of Shadow Step. You can also drink an elixir of Nightmares, which can poison the viewer or the drinker into having nightmares for the next 8 hours. In the notes, it says that she stole this one from Ophelia. There's also the Bog's Bewitched, which is a very thick green liquid that smells of stagnant water and moss and enables an double walking speed as a swimming speed and the ability to breathe underwater for 1 hour. The Hexmex, which allows the individual to cast the spell Hex without concentration for 1 hour, as well as the Curse of the Crone, which is a very difficult potion to brew. However, the person who drinks the poison, is cursed for 1d10 plus 10 years. And you get to pick from a random table of hexes or curses, and that person also ages 1d10 years after drinking the poison.
How difficult to brew?
It would take you several days and a number of expensive ingredients, but you would be able to brew it.
And none of these ingredients look like anything that like I wouldn't be able to like expensive, yes, but I could probably find them in like a good apothecary shop.
Correct.
Okay.
So nothing in here that will fix me, or hint
Nothing.
at things that could fix me.
Unfortunately, you could tell that Talia was just as stumped as you are.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I have a little announcement to make to the group.
You're pregnant?
No, surprisingly enough. The other day took a card from the deck of many things.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
That's a certified Randy move, dude. I approve.
Yeah, I felt really randy while I did it because I was like, I'm tired of doing the right thing all the time. I just want to be me.
Oh yeah, brother.
Uh,
What'd you pull? You're
oh,
not dead, so that's
oh,
good. It's a good
yeah, it was
start.
one of the good ones, I think. I can ask
Sounds
any
racist.
question within the next year and get a true answer to the question and also wisdom about how to apply a solution to the question, how to achieve the aims.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Oh man, we have a lot of questions.
Yeah, that means there's one less good card in the deck.
So you're already planning on drawing another one? What is wrong with you, man?
I never said that. I just said now it's even riskier to do
You
it.
thought about it though. You thought about it.
You
Oh,
kind of got me.
100%.
I kind of want to draw a card now. You got me
I
feeling a
swear to
little
God,
FOMO
Randy,
about it.
you're gonna get turned into like,
You know what?
I don't know, a
I don't
rock.
find the place.
I offered one to Dunk. Randy, if you want to, let's fucking do it.
No, no, no,
Really bad things could happen.
no.
Probably. I don't know what could happen.
I will take you up on that offer at another time, probably.
Sounds good. They're always, on my person.
Oh, what if you
But
could trick? What if you could trick Gwen into pulling a card?
What if she pulls a good one?
She would.
Yeah.
I mean, historically, things have not grown great for her with the whole being burned alive by angry villagers thing, but
Hmm. That happened?
yeah.
Oh,
So I've been led to believe in a book that's how she was, the red-haired woman. People thought she was a witch, so they burned her, and she stepped out fine and had revenge or something.
I don't want to say good for her, but like,
I don't know if she deserved it or not. I mean, she's definitely evil now, but
she
like,
definitely deserves it now.
traumatic backstory, sure.
Hmm.
Um,
oh, cool.
as sort of also like, I don't want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm Willem, I'm so important, but like, I kind of feel like I'm still alive because she like maybe needs me for something or like wants me for something.
Hasn't
They
she made
want
it
you to
pretty clear that they want you
that
to
she
do
wants
hag
you.
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she wants you to be a little haggling.
yeah, but like the other two were dead, and I'm like definitely not gonna do that. And also, like, even if she did want me to join her, like, why is it that important to have a fourth hag in your coven, or a third hag in your coven, or maybe a second hag in your coven?
Power in numbers.
Yeah, but she's like the mother of all hags. You're telling me she can't find like two more?
Not good ones. The other two like
Oh,
were plotting against her
are you
slightly
saying I'm
half the
one of the
time.
good ones?
No, like hags
Oh,
that are
one of the
good at
good.
being like really powerful hags.
Yeah, I don't know how to be a hag.
And that she can like mold into being her perfect little hagling. She'll
Yeah.
probably make you a little hagling.
For a
And you'll
while, and
go,
I don't. This might still be a thing. I was thinking that like Ophelia had the rock, and then Talia had the mirror. I was thinking I might be that for Gwen. So, if you have to kill me to kill her, like that's okay. I get it.
Just like the plot of Harry Potter.
oh my god, are you Harry Potter? Harry Potter!
Sure hope not.
I mean, we can just kill you and then cast Revivify. It'll probably be fine, right? I'm not saying
Oh,
that we're gonna kill you, but
because
like,
because as we all know, dying is typically a non-traumatic experience for
Well,
people who have it done to them.
it wasn't that bad for me, honestly.
you were dead for like a second, dude.
Yeah, it was way worse for you.
Everyone was dead for a while.
Yeah.
Did she get Jon Snowed, where like she died, but like a
Jon
piece of her is
Snow.
missing now?
Feels like it. What?
Maybe that's why she's always
Yeah.
sad all the time.
It's crazy.
Did
A
you
part
when
of
you
me that
died?
could be happy.
Well, happiness comes from within.
Does anyone
Yeah,
want to
and I'm
do
a soulless husk. What?
Any-
So I don't say that. I don't say that for the record.
Does
That's
anyone
cool,
want to
Willem.
do anything else? Oh, go ahead, Randy.
I'm just gonna say, if I ever think of any kind of like interesting questions, I'm not very good at thinking of those, but if I think of any, I'll tell you.
I did promise that if we don't find another use for it in a year, I will ask it how to make Dunk maybe not dying so much.
It's a
That
good a
was what I
use
was
as any.
thinking. But also maybe we could make Branwen not die as much.
You like could we get around? Could we get around like killing Gwen and also killing you at the same time?
Maybe we don't have to do that.
I mean, she could just be straight up lying and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm just using context clues. I don't know that that's like a thing. Also, when I told her I would die that one time that I talked to her, she was surprised.
Well, that's good.
So maybe it's not true. I mean, I did just hear that from the other Hexblood who was not doing well that I forgot the name of, admittedly.
Oh, yeah, that
Portland.
guy.
Portland, that's right.
Portland,
I
Portland,
should
Portland.
have knew his name was Portland because he was weird and quirky and playing a banjo.
like the city.
Mm, it's true. Which came first, that Portland or this Portland?
Hard to say.
I don't think we're on the same timeline.
Definitely not.
Anyone trying to accomplish anything else in the Wandering Willow?
Krista,
I just
when you
check in with
say
Catherine.
that, I feel like I should be trying to accomplish something, but I don't know what.
No, it's more so like, do you need to do anything before you get to the city? Is the question.
Oh no.
Oh, sir.
In that case, a casual day of relaxation passes you all. You lay your weary heads to rest one more time.
Honkshoe.
Honkshoe indeed. Branwen. The amber light of morning creeps in between the branches of your room, and you feel this kind of itch in the back of your mind. That warm, familiar feeling of home. A place you have not seen in well over a year, and yet feels a bit like a lifetime. How much have the people you left behind changed? And what welcome should you expect? These questions dance in your mind as you feel a compulsion, each of you, that it's time to leave the Wandering Willow behind.
What if we didn't? That'd be crazy, right?
I kind of feel compelled to.
Yeah.
The
Or we
compulsion,
could just turn the rest of the campaign into like
is
a
like
podcast.
you've
Red
arrived
Lower.
at your destination.
What if we went to like Cancun or something, you know?
I think I
What if
might
we
be
went to
experiencing some yearning.
what if we went to like go find like the other guy with wings on a mountain or something? That'd be
What
crazy,
if
right?
what if we went to go kill Gwen and also save your sister and recruit allies for the fight against the world-ending calamity?
I mean, that sounds
Just
like
a
something
thought.
we have to do.
I want to.
The party.
Okay.
Like, I know you've been through it, Branwen, but I don't think you could like sit this one out.
No, you guys would get killed immediately.
I don't know about that. I don't know about immediately.
Okay.
At least 6 seconds we could make it, I think.
Yeah, before like someone said something that like angered somebody, and then you got thrown in prison, and then Willem's like, "You'll never take me alive," and then they kill him.
I didn't do that last time.
You
I
can't
start.
keep me here.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
let's
packing
go.
a bowl.
Okay.
Oh
As
god.
you pack your bowl and step out onto the balcony of the Wandering Willow, you are first initially kind of struck by the sheer warmth. Old Hallow and Silverhaven were chilly cities, as was the material plane. Like you've become accustomed to living in this kind of constant chill. And the hair on your arms kind of stands on edge almost immediately as you look out across seemingly endless rolling fields of grain. And beyond that, the golden city of Hylasera unfurling before you, a radiant jewel nestled in the verdant fields. The lingering light of the dawn paints the city in these very rich colors of amber and honey. Many gilded spires and turrets kind of catching the sun's caress, glinting like molten gold. And the air is thick with the scent of blooming flowers and ripe fruit carried on a gentle, warm breeze that whispers in your ear. The willow rests quietly, the side of a cobblestone road that stretches out between the many fields, giving you a clear path to the city.
Well,
Shall we?
I guess.
Nice.
Sorry to say, but you're leading this one, Branwen.
Oh man. It's right there. We can tell where we're going. It's right there.
You know where everything is. All we know is it's a city.
Okay.
Also, Branwen, we get to play dress up soon. That's like your favorite thing.
It's not like my favorite thing.
What is your favorite thing?
Oh shit, I don't know.
It's
Probably
probably not.
Tina.
It's probably top 10 playing dress up.
I mean, every night it's fun to have armor that's in cool colors and stuff.
Yeah,
Also,
no, every
Brandon's
time we've
armor
done
is
any,
not green anymore.
What color
what
is it?
color is it?
It's a very dark midnight blue with a bunch of like amber and red and like silver accents.
Cool.
Lady of the Ebon Lake.
As you all progress down the path, a loud screech sounds out from above and kind of draws your eye upward. You kind of have to squint into the rising sun as a pair of winged creatures slowly crease into view, obscured by the radiant dawn, before the dark shadow of an impossible wingspan just quickly passes overhead. A blur of Perlino and Chestnut whizzing by before the beat of the beast's wings kind of shower you in this warm breeze and kick up dirt from the nearby fields as they touch down just behind you. You have to look over your shoulder as the beast settles, nearly as tall as Randy and twice as long. Their lengthy wings kind of furled neatly by their side. One kind of nuzzles their head into their shoulder and picks away at some of the feathers before snapping their head directly towards you. The head of an eagle and the body of a winged lion.
Oh,
Hey, nice bird.
A golden armored
Griffin,
knight
it's a griffin.
drops down beside the beast, patting it gently. The individual removes their helm, allowing lengthy golden locks to spill out over their shoulders. They kind of turn to you with a powerful smile. Lady Branwen of the Ebon Lake, welcome home, and she will kneel on one knee. I'm here to escort you and your companions into the city.
Do I know who this is?
Indeed, you do. In fact, you are
Is
quite.
this Talia Brightshield?
It is indeed Talia Brightshield.
I did it. Different Talia. She's cool. This is a good one.
And you are shocked to find that like she is the one here to escort you into the city. She looks at the rest of your companions. Sergeant at Arms, Talia Brightshield, and it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the greatest city in the realm. And you may now enjoy the warm hospitality of its people during your stay here.
I'm
thanks.
Randy. I like your bird.
It is a griffin, but I understand that you are not from this plane, and I imagine you do not have such beasts.
No, we got lots of birds.
Fair enough.
Hey, Randy,
not a bird.
birds don't usually have 4 legs.
Not usually. but
Yeah, not usually.
She will gesture to the man behind her and kind of nod as she gestures you to follow further down the road, and the two beasts kind of fall into line behind you and continue to kind of escort you into the city.
Hey, Chris,
Yes,
I have to ask.
yes.
How hot is she?
I'm pretty sure
She's
she's canonically hot.
canonically
That's
hot.
the name of the show.
She is a 17.
This is like a muscle mommy kind of hot.
Yeah, big time.
Nice.
She has very long, flowing blonde hair, but it's kind of shaved down on one side and pulled into like some tight braids, while the other side is left to be a little bit looser. Very piercing green eyes, rigid jawline, and her armor is
she
resplendent.
mews.
What's that?
She mews.
Yeah,
She has the.
I do know what you're talking about, actually.
I don't.
And
You're
she
better for it. Don't worry about
she
it.
clearly has like the armor is like clearly battle tested, and like she is equipped for combat at any given time. The denizens of the Lavender Parlor are elated to hear of your return, my lady, and to you all, as she gestures to you. It is not often that we receive visitors from other planes, let alone one of our own who has crossed between them.
This is a really warm welcome.
Of course, you are most welcome here during your stay at Hylasera. Unfortunately, I will be needed elsewhere in a short while, and you are free to call upon one of my stewards, though I imagine you should have one as well. I'm to escort you to your quarters while you'll be staying with us in the city. We've made available the Ambercrest Manor. The family were keen enough to offer their home to servants of the realm, such as yourselves.
Okay, Are they just not living there while we're there? What?
No, I believe they're summering elsewhere. Um, but of
Oh,
course,
okay.
their steward is free to show you around the city. But I imagine that you should have no trouble finding your way
Yeah.
around, Lady Branwen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
This
Of
is
course.
nice.
You look troubled, Lady Branwen. Smile. You're back home.
That's
Yep.
just her face.
Yeah, that's just my face.
Cena will grip your hand tightly as you pass
Oh.
under glimmering gates, flanked by marble spires that seem to punctuate the skyline. Their surfaces are a bit weathered by the passage of time and the elements, but they are some of the most ornate architecture that you've seen, both here and in the material plane. The golden archway kind of gives way to a paved street of the well-worn cobblestones. It's just like
You can
everywhere
get some
you look,
fries. It's great.
everywhere you look is elegant. Um, Dame Brightshield will begin to kind of point out some places around the city as you make your way down the main line. Bremen, you can clearly tell that you're headed towards the waning quarter, which is actually outside the northern wall, and you're currently entering through the southern wall. As you walk down the city streets, let me actually have it open. She'll kind of point down to like the northwest. Down that way is the firmament, the finest institution of higher learning in the land. Should you wish to inquire with any of the archivists there, they no doubt will have the answer. And then, of course, as Lady Branwen is no doubt familiar, the Seoul Colosseum, as this kind of grand domed structure becomes quite apparent as you make your way down the city. You're still several blocks from it, but you can see that it kind of rests atop an elevated hill that the city kind of slopes upward to, and beyond it, seven pointed spires of the palace. Just obviously, this is the center city and we'll be cutting straight through. A bit early in the day, but during a normal afternoon, you'll no doubt find all manner of lords, ladies, merchants, and squires filling the city circle. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see during your time here, don't hesitate to reach out. What are your plans while you're in the city?
She didn't say hi to us. Oh. Yay! um, we were invited to a gala. So
Vivian
that's one of
Starfall
them.
Affair, I have no doubt. My brother Roland
Yep.
always enjoys going to those.
Yeah. Are you also going? Is just everyone going to this?
It's hard to say. I'm sure many people will wish to be there to welcome you home, Lady Brandman. But as with most Starfall fixtures, the clientele changes.
That's true. All right. Continue walking.
As you continue to pass, you pass through a bustling market. Here we have the Thoroughfare. It is one of the finest markets in the city, and certainly where you can find all manner of goods, treats, drinks, um, artisans, whatever the like. While it might not be the best of the best, it is certainly where you can find the most variety. And of course, to the north, as she kind of gestures to a structure that sits right alongside the Colosseum, a bit smaller and seems to connect straight into it, the Dawn Sanctum. You can find vestiges to the Eight within. Randy, I'm sure you might wish to venture in the Dawn Sanctum at least once during your early part of your visit. But if you're keen to visit the Hearthkeeper's Sanctum, it's to the south down this road here. And she points down past the thoroughfare and
All right,
continues
sick.
on. She continues to point out a number of locations, but before long, you do arrive and you pass through once again. So, like, the palace kind of dwarfs you as you walk alongside it. You can clearly tell that you've gone from one of the main entrances of the city, looping around it. There are all manner of people who, at certain junctures, do kind of look up and pay attention to you, and spotting Branwen do gentle curtsies, but not full bows as you are accustomed to. Make a perception check as you make your way through the city.
That is a 24.
Bramwin, you can clearly see that most, or rather, you're a bit surprised by the like how conciliatory everyone is being. Like nobody seems surprised to see you. Nobody seems offended by your presence. In fact, most people seem to greet you with deference or don't recognize you at all. And those that do greet you with deference give you a very warm smile and a curtsy. There are a couple of people who kind of point in the group's direction, but mostly with elation.
Branwen is so uncomfortable.
Branwen, not that you lied, but you really did make it seem like everyone was gonna hate you. And again, since we've been here, people have not hated you. It's been ambivalence
Very,
at worst.
very, very quietly, I just say, I don't know how much you guys know, but I was doing a whole lot of spying in the past couple of weeks.
Like spying for these people, like in a good
Yes.
like it. Oh well,
Yes.
that's good for now.
Yes, it's definitely worked in our favor.
Did that stop when you or your boss died? The-
Oh, he didn't even know.
Oh,
We're all talking very, very quietly.
was it
Yeah.
for
Make a stealth check.
wings?
That's very good. Oh, I have such good stealth because I'm part rogue, baby. That's another 24.
Wow.
I got a
Dirty.
7.
8.
Okay. Everything Branwen's saying is the most critical information. So Talia is getting like bits and pieces from the rest of you, but doesn't really hear anything that Branwen is saying.
Who were you spying for?
That being said, Talia, and of course over here we have the Artisans District, one of the nicer areas of the city. If you're interested in procuring enchanted materials or potentially looking to have jewelry procured, certainly there are many things that you could find here. Branwen, I'm sure you are no stranger to that, given your aunt's line of work. Um, After some time, the density of the buildings begins to thin out, and more gardens start to pop up. There are a lot of trees within the city, all brimming with life. It is a stark contrast from the city of Old Halva that you had come to know for the past few weeks. There's a lot of gardens and lush blooms. You really catch a lot of the fragrances on the wind, and it starts to get mixed with fresh bread and spices as you move into some of the more residential quarter of the city. And before long, you pass through another gate where the houses start to become much more spread out, and the forest and verdant fields start to really overtake things. But the style and architecture of the houses changes dramatically. These are clearly very nice buildings. They've been standing for very long periods of time. Some of them have turrets themselves or walled gardens of them of their own, but they are clearly each individual buildings where people are residing. And
I'm just
inevitably,
pointing out, not made of wood. Not made of wood. Not made of wood. We have better architecture.
got
This
it.
is a reference from episode 1, baby.
Got it. Okay. Good one. Inevitably, you arrive at a manor nestled amidst the verdant gardens of the noble district. The exterior is a bit of an imposing structure, but it's still very elegant in its design. It's built of white stone adorned with kind of intricate carvings in like an Art Deco motif. Um, and the Dame Brightshield will bow once more and like pull the reins on her griffin next to her. And she goes, "This is where I leave you, Lady Branwen. Again, you may call upon one of my stewards if you are interested in any support you might need during your stay in the city. And perhaps if I'm able to make Vivian Starfall's gala next week, I'll be able to join you. But until then, I bid you adieu and hope you have a wonderful stay and welcome you back home." Uh,
I return the bow.
she will saddle her griffin, give it a and whoom, the wings beat and it kicks off to the sky along with her companion.
This place is nice.
Very nice.
People, like
Let's.
Randy was saying, seem happy to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a lot behind all y'all's backs to make them let us in here.
Well,
I
that's
thought you knew most of this.
Was it for the Dawn Guard guy?
Yeah. Yes.
What
Pretty sure
what
y'all.
kind of spying? Like, what did you tell them?
We're like moving inside.
Ah, well, as soon as you enter the house, a very grand foyer, polished marble. You hear a faint fluttering noise as they come careening around the corner. A very petite winged gentleman fluttering around. He's clearly dressed in like a three-piece lavender suit with a bow tie. Sorry, not a bow tie, but a
A bolo tie.
bolo tie. Thank you. He's wearing a
Just a little
bolo tie.
cowboy?
And he's, my charges. You are most welcome at the Ambercrest Manor. I am the steward of the house Pequod. I'm at your service with regard to navigating the city, fulfilling any needs that you may have during your stay here with us. I'll gladly show you to your rooms, show you where to find any food while you're staying with us, and of course, answer any questions that you might have. This is, of course, the Ambercrest foyer, and he gestures. It's a very lavish room. There's tapestries kind of hung around the room, all in emerald green with gold bees on a honeycomb, encrusted on as a sigil. To your left, there's kind of a sweeping staircase that ascends slowly up to the upper floors, while to your right, there's large double doors that are currently open, leading to a spacious dining hall where the table is already set with chargers and elegant flatware. There's also a doorway ahead of you, a double French glass door that is currently closed, but you can kind of see through the somewhat opaque glass to a library beyond.
Pequod, I gotta ask, where is the best pizza in town?
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with pizza, but if you would be willing to give me some instructions, we have a number of very well equipped people in the kitchen who'll be more than happy to put something together for you.
Yeah, the kind I like. It's a flatbread with tomato sauce and cheese on top of it.
A bit like a cheesy cake.
We're
Sure.
gonna blow this recipe's gonna blow your mind, dude.
I look forward to hearing it. It is truly
Have
an
you ever
absolute
ha-
pleasure.
have you ever put a whole bunch of eggs in a pan?
We make eggs every morning. We've been told that this is something
you,
that
you ever
you
like mix them or
appreciate.
like
Don't tell me. Scramble.
Yeah,
Close.
man, it's scrambled.
Yes, we
Scramble.
have gone through every possible information that we have gleaned about you to make sure that your stay is most appropriate and appreciative during your time at the Ambercrest Manor. If you'd like, I can show you to your rooms, or if you're famished now, we'd gladly put together a meal for you.
No,
Wait,
I'm
where?
curious of where you heard this information.
Well, we have many sources all familiar with the Lady of the Ebon Lake and her previous work. She is, after all, one of our daughters, a daughter of the Summer Court, and is always most welcome. And it's not difficult to find information on one of our own.
Right.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes, bedrooms up the stairs. You'll find that they are very clearly labels as to whose is whose, and then library through the double glass doors here, kitchen through the dining room, and the gardens are of course yours to enjoy. They are walled in, so do help yourself to any of the fruit on the vines out there. All for the taking. And if you need me, of course, actually, and he pulls out just the tiniest little bell, and
Danger.
it's a tiny little bell, and he places it in your hand, Branwen. And as you take it, it increases to a normal-sized bell.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
My pleasure.
Really like that.
Yeah. Okay. So we just bring this and then you'll be here.
Quicker than a bee's flap.
that's pretty fast.
Notoriously quick flappers.
Indeed. And he kind of flutters his own wings. I myself am familiar.
How
You're
hot
a
is it?
bee?
He's an 8. He's an
Dunk is
older guy.
interested.
He's a fairy. So he is a
He's
small
just
little
a little
guy.
guy. I don't think that's a problem for Dunk.
Dunk probably wants to stick him in his mouth for sex stuff.
Okay.
What?
Frowny face emoji.
Whoa. Yeah.
I was almost gonna say, like, because Dunk can be a really small little guy if he needs to. It'd
Dunk's
be
gonna
fine.
roar this fairy.
I think Dunk is too much of a gentleman to bore a fairy.
I think Dunk would do it if the fairy was into it.
Would absolutely.
We need it. We
roar
need
a
our other
fairy.
soundboard so now. We need our other soundboard so bad right now.
Chris, did we break you?
I
We
don't remember what this one is.
lost the thread
Do
here.
not come.
Okay.
Brett, you need to add our other sound for this, just for this.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go check out the rooms, I guess.
Okay. Heading upstairs, it's very graceful staircase. It heads up pretty slowly, so you take a number of steps and it kind of curls around. Lining the staircase is clearly in a turret, so it's a curved wall. Lining the staircase is just wall to wall or floor to ceiling gallery wall, each with many different amber crests painted upon them. And these are very clearly Eladrin's. And they come from a very long line. Based on some of the earlier portraits that you can see at the top of the ceiling, these are very clearly beekeepers and mead. What do you call someone who makes mead? A brewer. They're
A
brewers.
meterer.
A meterer.
Mirror.
They were meters, and it's clearly where they must have made their fortune. As you ascend to the second floor, which is a very wide corridor, you are immediately struck by the fact that each of the doorways going down the hallway has a statue perched next to it that bears a striking resemblance to each of you, carved with your
Hate that.
names,
Hate
carved
that.
with your names and titles at the base. If you would like to make investigation checks on your statues, you may feel free.
Yeah,
I don't even look at mine. I'm just dragging it into the nearest closet.
7.
I got.
I got-
11.
I got a 3.
So they are pretty heavy. So if you are going to attempt to move it, you will have to make a strength check.
Don't help me.
And what did everybody roll for perception?
13.
11.
7.
Dunk, you think you look incredible. Like this is pound for pound, you perfect. You look rippled, muscular. It's with your battle axe. Like you're a little unhappy about the fact that it's not like super up to date. Willem, you're impressed by the fact that it seems to be at the time when you had half of a horn, when one of your, or rather antler, when one of your antlers was carved off. And Randy, you feel a bit judged. You feel a bit doughier. You feel as though they kind of misjudged the width of your jawline. You look a bit plain, all things considered. Like you're just a little unhappy with the outcome of your statue. Cena is also similar, kind of standing at the end of the hall looking at hers. And she's going to turn to you, Branwen. Is that really how my hair looks to other people?
I look at it.
These are terrible.
I
I
just
say out loud.
nobody's around to hear you.
It's pretty nice.
But she's just like,
I just want Cena to hear me.
yeah, I like it. I like it. I just, and she kind of starts feeling her head. She's, maybe it's time for something different.
Your hair looks fine.
Can I look at Cena's statue? Does it
I also look at
kind
Cena's
of off?
statue.
It just kind of makes her look a little bald. Like, get the sense that like the short haircut on the statue of her is just not really working.
I feel
don't
like
think
we
they should-
were.
I don't think they were good at doing hair.
I think they were probably maybe trying to mock us a little bit.
Well, I think it's probably more so that they've never seen us. They're working off of other people's descriptions. I mean, if we're being honest, Bramwin's is like dope.
Is it?
It's the
I'm
best
like
one by
trying and
far. Yeah.
absolutely failing to drag it into a closet.
Like it is the best one by far. Looks exactly like her. If anything, she looks happy, just like not how you guys know her. But it is like the
This
best
thing
like
is creeping me out.
par for par
Yeah,
likeness of her.
I guess that's true. They've never seen Willem or seen Dunk or seen me or seen
Oh, oh,
Cena
oh.
kind of goes, "That was good."
Cena,
The
hardly know.
wrong one. Seen hardly seen. Can we? I'm put. Dunk, can you help me? This is really heavy.
Pequod at this
This
Yeah,
is
from the
point,
really heavy,
white
and I'm
one,
so weak.
Pequod
it's
will
beautiful.
float up as you are struggling to grate the statue across. He goes, "Ah, I see you found the commissions. Yes, they arrived just last week. No doubt to commemorate your impending arrival. I'm afraid I don't know who exactly commissioned them. If you're familiar, I could point you in the direction of the right person at the Artisans Guild. And of course, if you'd like to make any adjustments, they could also assist."
They're
didn't commission any other statues other than these, did they?
These are the only ones that have arrived. Are there more of you?
there's at least 7 more of us.
Well, like I said, I didn't commission them, but happy to do some digging into who did it, and we'll get to the bottom of this for you.
Yeah.
I would just love
Yeah.
to take their hand because this is beautiful.
Great.
They're nice.
If you don't mind my saying,
They're
I
creeping
think.
me out a little bit. I wasn't expecting that.
Apologies. We would never wish to creep you out. And forgive me, as simply doing my duties of ensuring that everything is in place prior to your arrival. But if you're feeling uncomfortable, we can certainly put them away if you prefer.
Oh, we can do that. Don't worry about it.
Fair enough. Well,
Do you do this for all your guests?
quite frankly, we don't get many guests at the Ambercrest Manor. This is the Ambercrest family estate, and I serve them faithfully for 40 years now.
Do the Ambercrest family usually have statues of themselves outside their rooms?
No, I believe they were brought in so that you knew which room was yours.
Sorry, not from here. Just didn't know if this was a custom or not.
Oh, well, they're quite fond of having their artwork. I don't believe you've seen the gallery wall as you ascended the stairs.
Yes. What was the gallery wall? A gallery of just paintings?
Of them, the
Oh,
Ambercrests.
Can I make a wisdom check?
On.
Did my mother put these here?
That's not really something you can roll for.
Damn. I suspected. Seems like something she would do.
I'm gonna go check out my room. I want to wear a robe.
The rooms are quite lavish. They are very lavish. They have very sumptuous beds draped in silk. Each of the windows overlooks a garden below, so you all are kind of flanked on either side. So Willem, your room overlooks a kind of like an abbey below. Um, there's a fair number of flowers in the garden. However, none of them are currently in bloom. So they're all kind of like almost like tulips that are closed at the moment. Um, but you also have a wardrobe filled with very fine clothing and robes.
Let's get something flowy.
Okay. Um, so I know Willem and Branwen have activities that they would like to do this evening. Dunk, I want to be conscious of your time. If you would care to, if you don't mind, those individuals who have the kind of the things that they would like to do solo continuing, or else we can kind of pause here for the evening.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Dunk's just gonna find like a comfy robe and just enjoy the lavishness and stare at a statue.
All right.
I think my
And
thing,
also
I
feel
think we
free to
should get
stay.
everyone.
You can go when you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hang
Yeah.
out for a little bit, but like,
Okay. My
Um,
thing, I think I want everyone there.
okay. Then, Branwen, would you like to discuss?
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go to a local place to go talk to my sister and see what the heck is going on.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
also Walder's gonna be there.
Just very, very, very fast before we do that. Who were you spying on us for? And what did you?
Oh,
It's cool. I just want to know like what they know.
keep your voice down. You talk so loud.
I've just
No,
been
it was just
no. Go
That
ahead.
was stern.
you talk so loud. No, it was for Dawn Guard so that we could come back easier. I gave
Right.
them a
But
sword.
what did you tell them though?
They have a sword.
Do they know who's in charge of the summer court?
I don't know. That's why we are going to talk to Colette.
Oh, the Fey killing sword.
Randy, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
Randy, please. It's an archfey killing sword.
Oh, sorry.
You
Yeah,
both
Archfey killing
gotta
sword.
stop.
Hey, remember when you almost said that in the Wandering Willow?
Pequod will float in. Do you have plans for lunch or dinner, or can I potentially tell the kitchen to whip up some scramble, or perhaps that recipe that you were going to tell me about?
We'll be going out for is this lunchtime or dinner time? I don't even know.
So in between.
We'll be going out. So
We could have an aperitif and maybe we'll eat on the town for tonight, but thank you.
Shall I call a carriage for you?
no, we're good. We can walk. We're good walking. It's not far.
Pequod, I just want you to know you're doing a great job. It's okay if you ease off a little bit, pal.
Understood.
We're not used to this. We're used to
Of course. Lots of time adventuring
far
on the
far
road.
worse
We have heard
circumstances.
we've heard many tale of your exploits, Lady Branwen. So of course, completely understand. If you need anything, you ring the bell. I'll give you your privacy until then.
Cool. Thank you.
Did you grow up with servants, Branwen?
No.
Oh,
Right?
You lived in the
Thank
city.
you.
This is next
Yeah,
level living for you.
no, this is a lot.
I'm excited to see your hot sister.
Well, now I'm not.
Oh, was her being all angry at you not enough to like put a quash on things?
Well, it's part of the reason why I want you guys to come with us so that we can get the information independent of me being all angry. A weird sister tension happening. I feel like then you guys will know what's going on, and also it'll keep us, me and her, from biting each other's heads off.
Speaking of heads, Smushy Head isn't going to be all mad at you.
We can
I
agree that
don't
we're not
know.
gonna call him that in person.
We're not
Please
going to
don't
call.
call
We're
him
not
that.
going to call him that to his face. Behind closed doors, maybe yes.
Please keep in mind that this guy was a very close friend of mine.
And then you smushed his head. Listen. I'm not saying that in a judgmental way. I'm just saying at one point he did have a smushed head, ergo smushy head. I won't call him that to his face.
I mean,
I
every
never,
time you say it like that, I just think about it more.
I never thought I'd be the one to say this, but let's just go.
Thank you, Randy. We head to the place that I previously told Colette that we were going to go to that I now forgot the name of. It's somewhere.
The Badger and Harp.
Yes.
As
Well, Badgers.
Go
as
Badgers.
you make your way into the city, make my way. You find yourself in familiar territory. It's kind of it's all coming back to you, like the rush of emotion, the alleyways you knew that were like kind of good for sneaking a quick conversation with some of the merchants that you were trying to swindle or what have you. Like just memories of growing up here are returned thick and fast, and it all feels a bit too much for poor little Branwen. And you kind of like feel like the hair on the back of your neck stand up. You get it like a bit of sweat kind of accumulating on the just behind your ear. Like you can feel your heartbeat quicken, and it's just a lot. Until a voice rings out. Branwen Foxbriar, as I live and breathe, is that you?
Who is it?
The voice is unmistakably that of your bestest little bud, Eve. as they come floating down from a nearby window. You're so kind of lost in your own thoughts that you don't realize that you're passing by her street. And she just comes like floating. I heard you're back in the city, Lady of the Ebon Lake. Look at the stadia. What are you going to tell me?
I just give her the littlest hug, but also the biggest hug, but she's so little.
She kind of like buries herself like in between your neck and your ear, and she's bit damp back here. You all right?
I'm just really sweaty.
Oh gods! I never thought I'd see you here, all lady, prim and proper. So what? You
I
get banished and you decide you're not going to talk to me anymore?
wasn't allowed to talk to anyone.
That's not what I heard.
That's part of it. That's part of the rules.
Oh, but it's
I
kind
broke a lot of the rules eventually, but I was really scared to talk to most people.
I'll try to find
Okay,
it in my
I
heart to
had-
forgive you. You're forgiven.
Sorry, this is just so funny. Oh yeah, okay, guys, this is my friend Eve.
Hi.
This is Cena, and this is Randy, and this is Dunk, and this is Willem.
I'm Randy.
Evening, if you know my family. But it's a pleasure to
Your
meet you.
last
Any friend of Branwen is a friend of mine, and just don't go thinking that you're replacing me. All right, I'm the first and the foremost.
Um,
No doubt you've heard all about me.
Willem is very visibly about to say something and then doesn't.
No, she's never actually mentioned you.
Branwen Foxbriar, as I live and breathe once again. What do you mean you haven't
It's
been
good to
talking about
meet
me?
you.
I didn't really talk about a lot of things to them, to be fair.
She's been very cagey.
Yeah.
Wild Hunt is a vibe. Not sure if you knew that or not.
It is a bit of a
That's
vibe.
true, though.
It's a total vibe.
Exactly.
It's a little bit more than a vibe.
I guess if you're a bit of an outsider. Not from around here, I suppose. Well, it's actually really a pleasure to meet you, and I understand if she hasn't been talking about me, but Brahman always has been a bit cagey. She ever tell you about the time that she dropped her pants down in the Coliseum? That was not great for her.
Oh, Smushy Head?
It's not funny.
I'm gonna give him a elbow.
I didn't know if it was a literal pants drop or a metaphorical pants drop. Sorry.
Well, it was still metaphorical. Like, it was more so like when she got bested by 3 other people, but she was supposed to.
And you made it weird, Willem.
Well, I mean, you made it weird by not ever having talked about her, but I don't really want to go at your throat right now, so I'm not going to.
It feels like you are.
These are your friends, Brahman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
They're good sometimes.
It's a pleasure to meet
Cena's
you.
great.
I'm sure you're
This is Cena.
a fantastic person if you're Brandon's
Cena.
friend.
Hi.
You guys can swap book recs.
And she's going to kind of look between it. Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, she's a lesbian now.
I don't think that's how it works. Whatever.
Randy's 60.
He's 6.
Where are you going? When are you planning on hanging out with me? We've got a lot to catch up on.
We literally just got here. I'm actually going to see Colette right now.
Oh, little sisterly reunion. Bit of a
What the
cop
hell
now.
has she been up to?
Oh, she's like a whole cop now. Forcing the
Yeah,
law and the order.
That's freaking me out.
It is a bit weird, but I guess, well, you know your mother. And you had to spend enough time under her. Look what happened to you. No wonder you're so cagey all the time.
I missed you so much. I give her more little hugs. Yeah, so, yeah, what the hell has my mom been doing?
Duchess of the Radiant Dawn. My lady. Like daughter, like mother, I guess. Lady of the Ebon
Oh,
Lake.
no. I
yet,
really don't understand how that happened,
and
honestly.
yet here you are.
What's that supposed to mean?
And yet here you are. I think you're the
I don't
first
like that
person to.
look.
I think you're the first person to know that none of us were thinking about becoming ladies, and yet here you are. So what aren't you telling me?
I mean, probably a lot, technically.
I'm just yanking your chain. I know you've probably got a lot going on. Big adventure now. But she's gonna kind of like grab your hand as like really, really your pinky and like lift it up. Just but come call on me soon. You know how boring it gets up there.
Yeah, are you still at home?
Yeah, I'm still at home.
Get the fuck out of there.
You know it ain't that simple.
Are you being forced to do things against your will?
Are you
Perhaps
being
moved
human
from
trafficked?
location to location?
I just met you all. Like I said, any friend of Branwen's a friend of mine, but
Oh no,
personal.
they ask this question very early into knowing someone.
Yeah, it's like kind of how we say hello.
I just
It's
have a
like
curfew
dogs
is all.
sniffing each other's ass.
It's just a curfew.
If you need to sneak out at any point, we're up at that one big amber house. They put us
These
in there.
Amber
Amber Crests. You're staying at the Amber Crest, those twats.
Oh, get this. Somebody, I'm pretty sure it was my mom, made statues of each of us.
Statues.
It's absolutely creepy. Feel free to vandalize them.
And they're really bad.
Do they at
They're
least
all
do a good version
bad.
of you?
except Branwen's.
Mine's pretty good.
Hunks is great.
Oh my god. Do you think you could like chop off the hand of yours and I could keep it? Oh, we could do so much with it.
Like what?
We could send.
I'm
Oh,
gonna look
oh,
at her with like a rueful grin and be like, "Oh, you're a little freak, aren't you?"
Eve's the best.
we could just think. Oh, we could do to Bartleby. Oh my god, we could tell him it's yours. We could tell him that you got petrified and the killers sent us this in the mail.
Actually, I'm into this. This should happen.
Okay.
I can make this happen.
Yes. All right. I'll keep noodling on it. If you have plans, whatever. But next time you come home after like 18 months, I expect you to be your first phone call. Lady of the
Okay.
Ebon Lake.
It's it's nothing. It's a nothing. It's a nothing title.
After kind of like ribbing you for a moment, she's like, I missed you.
A little hug.
She returns it
Tiny
with
little hugs.
fervor. All right,
Yeah,
go,
Eve is a
go,
little fairy. If
go.
you guys hadn't figured it out, she's little.
Mm.
She's just a little guy. Yes. Okay.
I think Willem is a little bit
Sneak
racist
out.
against pixies and fairies generally because they
She is
harass.
not a pixie. I swear to
Okay.
God.
She's a fairy. Very different.
What's the difference, please?
In both personality and visual style. Like fairies have big butterfly wings, pixies have thin like pencil wings
Okay.
and
And
are
was
more
it pixies that
mischievous.
were harassing Esteban and his friends in the woods?
Pixies, yes.
And pixies
Fairies.
were okay.
All the fairies you've met have been like perfectly kind and normal people, even though you hate most of them.
Cleo's great.
Cleo.
Cleo is not kind or normal.
I love Cleo. Top tier character.
As you leave Eve behind, she kind of flutters up to her window on the third story. After a few more minutes, you arrive at the. It is kind of on a corner building, so it has like a rounded turret at the entrance and windows stacked up, and then kind of flank walls flanking down the side in pretty plain stone. But there's a metal sign that extends out over the door of a badger playing a harp. And as you step through the door, it is easily one of the most crowded taverns you've seen in your time, both here in the Feywild and on the material plane. It's a very large single-story building, but has a very tall ceiling. Laying out before you, there is a bar on each of the side walls where all manner of summer Fey currently lean and lounge. But the true focal point is the main floor, which spreads out in each direction around a central dais, upon which a chestnut hair and very impossibly lanky Twigum tickles the ivories of a grand piano. Surrounding the dais are many sunken pits about 3 feet down, plush with satin cushions and multicolored pillows, the center of which is a bed of coals that otherwise dim the interior in a rich scarlet glow. Many of them are occupied, and you get the sense that these are designed to be shared spaces. However, from the far side, you can see the very familiar bright orange hair of your sister from behind. Her own eyes kind of like darting back and forth, kind of scanning the room, and the outline of another man next to her.
Um, yeah, are there like private rooms or like more private areas in here?
There
There's
are no
conversation pits.
there are no private areas in the Badger and Harp. It is a conversation pit tavern.
Okay. Yes, I will approach.
Okay. As you approach, though she lacks her traditional armor, she's currently wearing a rather lovely emerald dress. Willem, you note the plunging neckline. She bears a brooch. She bears a brooch on her. It's wearing a traveling cloak. Actually, I was mostly antagonizing Willem. In the insignia of the Dawn Guard, and it's a simple bronze sun kind of emblazoned on a shield. The gentleman to her left appears to be more of a memory of a man that you once knew versus the actual man that you knew. Their cheekbones are kind of now irregular and slightly sunken, creates a bit of a stark contrast with the rest of their features. The bridge of their nose is kind of crooked and jagged and bent to the side, and kind of flash on this memory of your thumb pressing deeper and deeper to the side. Um, has this very lengthy scar where you can get the sense that they had to do surgery upon his face, which discolors some of his icy pale skin to almost like a charred color. And their jawline, now defined, is a bit asymmetrical at this point. So the entire right hand side of their face kind of droops slightly on the right hand side, as though the bone that once held up their skin is no longer fully there. And as you approach, he is the first to rise, and he speaks with a bit of a slur on the side of his mouth. Lady Branwen, it has been too long. As he bows.
I do the most deferential possible bow that I can.
Make a performance check.
I'm using Bardic on this bitch. Okay, that is a. Thank God I used Bardic. So I rolled a 5, but I rolled a 10 on Bardic, and then I
Okay.
also have a +5, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay. You give me too much deference. It is I who should be bowing you, the Lady of the Ebon Lake, and your companions. It is a pleasure. And he's going to extend a hand to those of you he does not bow to. Walder Frostbane.
I'm Dunk, Lord of the Wild Hunt.
My lord.
Willem Hagsbane. A pleasure to meet you, sir.
Willem.
I'm Randy.
Randy. The entire time, make a perception check.
7.
25.
Dunk, you immediately notice that Colette is kind of like clutching on to the side of Willem's cloak, Walder's traveling cloak.
She can clutch onto me anytime she like.
She remains seated while he stands, and she kind of holds on to and kind of white knuckles the side of his cloak. She looks uneasy, but he will kind of gesture for the four of you to sit. 5 of you.
Always a pleasure, Colette.
Indeed. Sister? Should I say
In
Lady of the
Walder's
Ebon
head,
Lake? And she will also rise and do a, like, kind of make lock eye contact with you the whole time.
I'm not looking at her. In Walder's head, he's just going to hear, I am so sorry. You deserved nothing of that.
That's not entirely true. But thank you. Sit, he says aloud. We've ordered drinks.
I sit and I'm holding on to Cena so tight.
My lady, as he looks at Cena, he goes, you've found yourself a truly wonderful woman.
This is Cena.
Pleasure.
Well, this is awkward.
It needn't be. Welcome to Hylasera. I understand it is new for you. I am a transplant. Very few know it better than Colette here. I'm sure she'd be happy to show you all the hot spots. Some things have changed. Branwen knows it very well. You could find few better tour guides than the Foxbriar sisters. And he's just going to kind of like slowly lean back and take a back seat to the conversation.
Colette, I just need to know what's going on.
I don't know what you mean.
Last time we talked, I didn't let you talk, and I am sorry. And
You're thinking that here and now is the best. I've started poorly. Welcome home, sis.
thanks, sis. Oh, this is so awkward.
Oh, I'm just gonna ask a question. If what we need to talk about, or what you need to talk about, can't be talked about in public, why did we meet at a public place?
Mostly so it'd be harder for me to be mad at Colette for some stupid reason. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm saying that in a sense that this place is freaking me out right now. So sorry.
You just got back today. It would be unusual for you to not feel a little weird coming back. How'd you get here?
Tree.
Colette looks confused, but then Laura goes, "A wandering willow. I know well. That's how I would get between here and Yvern when I was traveling more.
A great tree.
It's very nice.
Are you guys going to this ball thing that apparently is for some reason in my honor?
Make an insight check.
That is a 17.
You catch Colette do a brief, like not a full eye roll, but like a gentle look up to the ceiling. Um, and she clutches Walder's hand. He goes, "Yes, we will be in attendance. Um, I believe Walder will be in attending as a matter of state, and I will be there as a matter of the Dawn Guard. But we will be there."
Whose idea was it to make this thing happen?
It's the Vivian Starfall fixture. She does what
Oh,
she's going to
God.
do.
I would like to read her mind.
Okay. What's the save?
17 wisdom.
Do they know that you're doing this?
They don't.
Okay. Even if they
Is not
even if
casting a spell?
no, it's a class action, is it?
Yeah, it's a channel divinity, so I can just kind of do it whenever.
They do succeed, but her surface level thoughts are of complete anxiety, and it's a mixture of anxiety and frustration. You catch things like there's a there's a bit of contrition in there where she's like, okay, she seems like she's here to actually talk, but she's still like almost like there's this like seated jealousy within her of I know more than she does.
You, I can't say that.
What was that?
Anything about me?
No.
Oh, bummer.
Couldn't notice me.
Tell me I look nice today.
Um, what is Mom up to?
She's Duchess of the Radiant Dawn,
Yeah, what is
ensuring
she up to?
ensuring that the cultural history of Hylasera and the Summer Court are well preserved and taught in every school, every place, and well respected by its citizens.
Oh, is she like a mom for liberty?
She's a daughter of the American Revolution.
Oh no. um, does she still have that assistant running around following her and like being really weird about everything?
Persephone, yes.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah,
Are
gross.
they? Am I gonna have to be dodging them at this ball thing?
I don't know.
I'm taking that as a yes, probably. Um, say if we wanted to talk somewhere more private, where would you think that we should go?
I'll be honest, there's probably not a lot of places better than here. Nobody's listening to us. It's a public place. We're
Insight check.
hiding in
Are there
plain
people
sight.
listening to us?
You can like make a general perception check.
I got a 12.
People seem very engrossed in the Twig'em or in their own conversations.
Okay. Um, I just, I know that you know about. I'm 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 not just here to be home again. We're here for a lot of reasons.
What is that?
Um, what
And what is that?
well, one of them is to see if we can find us help. Fight this really big scary lady called Seraphel. Um, the other is to that we have some unfinished business with Lady Gwen.
Walter, why don't you go check on our drinks? Of course. But they're just taking a wee minute, right? And he will stand up and leave. I said that nobody was listening here. That's true. But take care how you speak of the keeper of the Verdant Throne.
What are your thoughts on her?
Things are good. People are happy. Tournaments are back. People are making money. In a way, nothing's changed.
In a way?
In a way.
What happened to what's her name? Sylphina?
Crimes against the state.
Like what?
That's classified. To speak of it would be high treason.
Is she in prison? Or did they do what they were planning on doing with me?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Insight check.
You get advantage because she is your sister.
Yay! Because that first one was bad and the second one was 19, so that is a total of 24.
She does not know what you're talking about.
Just a second, I'm writing things down. Is she just in prison then? Or did she disappear?
I don't know. There are some things that initiates don't get to know.
Speaking of initiates, check this out, and I just point out the just massive scar on my arm.
What did you do?
Oh, that looks nasty.
What did you do?
Oh, technically he helped, but in a consensual way
You
for
did that?
most of it.
She got branded by a thorn, one of the Earl King's guys, when we were trying to bust somebody out of prison, and then I covered it up. Flaming sword.
Why were you
Worked.
busting somebody out of prison?
Where do you
Oh.
think that sword came from?
You don't have the sword.
Yeah, no, I gave it to y'all.
You don't have it anymore.
You don't?
I thought you might know that.
I said y'all.
Ooh,
You
what
all.
has it?
We left it with Yolander. We haven't seen him. And the only person who knew
Isn't
that we
he,
had it was you.
Isn't he like in charge of your organization?
He's my captain. He's not in charge.
Oh, okay. Sorry, not from here.
Where is he?
Don't know. I could ask you the same question.
Where he is?
Because the only other person that knew we were out there was you.
I mean, after I talked to you, I went right to the Wild Hunt.
And what happened there?
I mean, it was a weirder vibe than it normally is.
What happened?
Aravan just disappeared on us, which really sucked
Make a deception
because
check.
they would always. Do I get advantage because she's my sister?
You do not. In fact,
Can I
I
use
could say
Bardic
you have
Inspiration?
disadvantage because she can read you. But
I'm
go
using
ahead.
Bardic.
Okay.
Ah, Bardic rolls for the win. Deception.
Mhm.
That is an 18.
Disappeared?
Aravan? Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it kind of sucked because I was trying to do a lot of things for him.
Yeah. He was always good to you.
Not.
He sucked.
Yeah. He was fine at first. Like, he had its moments.
He sucked. You just liked the title.
It was a good career move.
Did you ever
Loves.
get to see him eat?
No, I didn't. That's a good question. Mom didn't love that you went with somebody in the wild, but I suppose she was happy that you picked such a big name. I'm sorry things are tense.
Bye, Zomboy.
Hi, Zomboy.
Bye, Samboy.
Oh, we're at a Zomboy.
I'm
Wow,
sorry.
only 4 of us. So weird.
All of your cameras are so big now. It's weird.
I'm sorry things are so tense right now. I just.
So, that sword's gone. What else is happening?
What do you mean?
I need to get help from this court to help fight this really scary lady that, killed a bunch of people at a temple. And I need to know that I will get that help. And I need to know who I can talk to and
You need to know
who I can trust.
You need to know who you can trust, yeah. If you're so concerned about who you can trust, why did you just lie to me?
Well,
And she's going to stand up. Just as Walder's coming back with like a giant tray of drinks, and like as she stands up, she like kind of collides into him, and he just like, as he like spills all over him. It's really cold. Are oh, are we leaving? I don't know. Are we?
there's a lot of things I can't say.
Can't say, or you can't tell me. What else have you been lying about? Lady of the Ebon Lake? Have you ever even been to the Ebon Lake?
No. I'm just as confused about that as you are.
So why? Who named you Lady of the Ebon Lake?
The Earl King. We happened to impress him when we impressed him when we were in Old Hallow. We got into a bit of a pinch in a giant cave down below the city. Brought back some ancient history stuff that he was really interested in.
And for that, he named you Lady of the Ebon Lake.
I look at Branwen and I go, wait, that was the reason?
Yeah.
Deception
I
check
mean, we also.
at disadvantage.
Can I continue talking? Because I'm about
Yes.
to add something.
Yes.
There was also, the part where we helped kill a hag and he named Willem Hagsbane. We were really busy in there.
Yeah. And throughout it all, you found time to talk to us and tell us things that were happening. And one minute, you. She gets very close. We were prepared to storm the palace
What?
based on what you told us. And then the next minute, Elander's gone. And now you're here, Lady of the Ebon Lake, by his accord. And I'm supposed to trust you. You're my own sister. I don't know you right now. You don't know me.
I'm trying to.
You're not. If you were, you wouldn't be lying to me.
How many things are there that you can't tell me?
I don't know what I can trust you with.
Then
'Cause right now,
same. I'm telling you as much as I possibly can.
there's a difference between telling me as much as you can and telling me the wrong things. And don't pretend like there isn't a difference. This is just like when we were kids and you used to go to mom and say that I did this even though I hadn't done it. And
That was like only 3 times.
that was a lot more than 3 times. Fuck! I was so jealous of you.
You shouldn't have been.
I was so jealous of you. I wanted to be like you. I wanted to be like your friends. And There's plenty of other people out there that wouldn't let their kid sister hang around. Plenty of other kids out there who wouldn't have their older sister tell them that they can do the things that they want to do, when I knew deep down that you couldn't do anything you wanted to do. So the fact that you made sure that I could, look where it got me. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do what I think I have to do without fucking everything up. And I put my leg out for you. And I understand that you think that I betrayed you by talking to the Dawn Guard. No, I fought tooth and nail to say that my sister could never do what we found there. And if I'm so sure, she'll tell you right now. So yeah, maybe not the best thing to do, but it happened. And then you started helping. And all I could see was just this fact that you were better than me again. And I thought that and now the worst part about it is that I can see you think you are. And that's why you're not gonna. I can't trust you.
Sorry, I just saw Brett's face.
I just can't trust you. I can't trust you. Fuck me, we're leaving. I love you. See you at the gala. Come on, Walter.
We'll talk later.
Can I tug Colette's shirt sleeve before she leaves?
As you do, she's gonna snap. Whoa, whoa. Sorry.
You're not touching my sister.
Yes.
Sorry, touch your sister's clothes. Just wanted to get a word in. Listen, your sister can be a huge pain in the ass. You know this better than anybody, and very frustrating. But she really is trying to do the right thing, and she has a good reason for keeping her mouth shut.
She's not keeping her mouth shut. She's lying to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good
And I will
talk.
blink at her twice.
I have to go.
And you what?
Just blinking at her.
See you, Colette. It was nice to meet you, Walter. Seemed like a cool guy.
Walter's kind of like patting the spilled drinks off of his shirt. What? Oh, thank you. Sorry we couldn't stay longer. Branwen and I really would. It'd be good to catch up. Walter! It'd be good to catch up. And he will hurry off behind Colette.
When they're gone, I'm just gonna
Nearly-
start taking all the drinks that they just put down and just start downing them.
He's not nearly as potato faced as I thought he was gonna be.
Oh, I was gonna say the opposite. You really fucked that guy up.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that could have gone better though.
Honestly, it kind of went as well as I thought it was gonna go.
Well, then cool.
Are you right?
I have no idea what to do.
Can I ask? And I'm not trying to be anything, but I just want to ask. When you made that arrangement, were you fully on board with what could happen? And are you still fully on board with that? I I and I'm sure the rest of us are going to support you no matter what, but I want to make sure that you are doing what you want to be doing and not what you feel like you have to be doing.
He's right. There are other allies out there. We can figure everything out.
Not for nothing, but we did just hear about another champion of the gods the other day.
But see, if I don't hold up my end of the deal, it's gonna mean actual war.
But see, that's also going to happen no matter what.
You've gotten pretty good at subterfuge.
There's we got a lot of time left in Hylasera. First impressions aren't everything.
If I go back on my part of the deal, they will kill the King of Summer.
Which they are planning to do anyway. So maybe while you're upholding at your end of the deal, we try to do something about that. Try to find him. Try to give your people a fighting chance against what's coming.
Wait, I'm confused. Why are we talking about everything like it's lost already?
That's
Well,
a
I
very
thought you would be all on board with things because you kept on talking about how you want to dismantle my government. So
Listen, I don't know if Amar is a good guy or not, and all of this court bullshit, it's certainly not good, but the Earl King is doing plenty of court bullshit and also objectively not a good guy. And I'm sorry, I know things might be a little
really
fucked up here,
hate this
but
one guy in particular.
listen, I know things might be a little fucked up here, or I might say that a lot, and I do mean that, but I don't think that means that every single, you know, person like Amar should die. Because that's fucked up.
Branwen?
I don't know what to do. And I feel like if we could get Colette's help, then it would help me know what to do. But I can't do that without really messing up.
Would you feel comfortable with one of us, either Cena or like Willem or me or Dunk? That's all of us that I just named, talking to Colette and maybe
You can
breaking the ice
try.
a little bit.
I would love to.
No.
Willem, no offense, you've talked the most that you've talked about Colette is trying to have sex with her. So I don't
Well,
know.
I never said that so crudely.
It's
I
I
quite obvious.
listen, I think your sister is a nice young lady. I think she's very ambitious. She's very talented, and I'm more interested in her than purely carnal relations. I'm sorry.
Please never refer to my sister in carnal relations
Yeah, and
ever
it's just
again.
two words that should never be in the same sentence.
my my point is that if we're gonna be at the gala, Willem, you're on Gwen patrol, if anything.
Sounds good.
Branwen, you can decide who you would like to talk to Colette, but I think one of us should. It can be you too, but
Counterpoint, I love you. I support you. Willem's not wrong. If we were to find Amar, and Colette thinks that she knows where he is, maybe we just level with her. We can't trust our own family.
Aside from your mom, that's terrible.
If we can't trust,
See, and I don't know how much Colette is working with my mom,
If
and
she
I
was
can't bring that
working with
up
your
without Colette
mom,
getting super defensive.
if she was
Not
working with your mom, do you think she would have taken this meeting and said what
Yeah.
she said to you?
My
Branwen,
mom is a
know.
conniving bitch.
I don't know if this makes you feel any better. It probably won't. But I did take a little peek into her brain. She's just anxious, man. She's she's not having a good time. I
Oh,
think she's feeling a lot of the things that you're feeling.
family. Oh, sorry. Are you not anxious? Am I not allowed to say that?
I mean, you're not wrong. Just kind of rude, man.
It's not rude to be honest about our feelings.
I think a lot of what just happened and what she said was maybe a product of that anxiety.
God, we're like basically the same person. It's like talking to a brick wall. Is this what I'm all the time? Fuck.
Cena
Depends
just
on the day.
very quickly goes,
No,
yes.
not all the time.
Sometimes you're sadder.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I don't know what to do next, so if any of you guys have any ideas, that would be cool.
Okay.
All right, I'll
well,
talk to Colette and Walder at the gala.
Not for nothing, but I also have the opportunity to magically answer a question, which we can get get the answer to a question, and then find out how to execute.
I
Just putting
wanted,
that out there.
I feel like we need to save that for something really important, though, you know?
Oh, like saving your king and stopping a war, or at least, making it a war and not a massacre.
I was gonna say, how could we stop Seraphel without perhaps so much bloodshed?
Also,
Or how we could help our dunk boy. Find out what the heck was that lady in the orb.
The Orb Lady will come in time, I am sure.
One of life's greatest mysteries is why is that lady in an orb?
listen, once we've saved the world, if we haven't dealt with the Orb Lady yet, I will swear to deal with the Orb Lady. Because
You
that
do.
rubbed me the wrong way.
You do love to
Like,
swear
it didn't
things.
bother you.
How far away is the gala?
It's a couple days away.
Okay.
I mean, we could try to go talk to her again, but I feel like maybe a day or two to cool off from interacting with me will probably be best for her.
Hey, bestie, I don't think you should talk to her.
Again, I'm happy to be the guy.
No offense, Randy. Actually nominate Cena or Dunk if it can't be me.
You know what? I'm just gonna put this decision in y'all's hands.
Man, all due respect, we're in your city. This is your sister. It should be your decision.
I have to agree
And
with
I kind of
Randy.
looked to Cena for like you're on the same page with this, right?
Yeah, I have to agree with Randy. This is. We can't tell you how to
Willem will
deal
add
with
a
your
thumbs up.
family. We can only give you advice.
But see, for me, one of the most logical decisions is the one I hate the most, which is The one who knows the most about Gwen. And I don't want this fucker anywhere near my sister.
Listen, I will pinky promise if I go talk to your sister, I will not make any moves on her that time.
I'm gonna say swear on your honor. I want you to be fucking honor bound on this man.
I swear on my honor, the next time I talk to your sister, if it's for a secret mission, I will not make any moves on her. I'll fucking cut my hand if I need to, and we can be blood brothers.
You could just pinky. It's just
Pinky. I will give you a half smile and just go, thank you.
I'm gonna flay you.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I will rip. You saw what I did to Wall. I don't say that. I don't say that.
Cena will just kind of throw up her hands and be like, okay, settled. Maybe we go
We
home.
should go over what you want me to say. But yes, we should go home.
Where'd Dunk go?
Doug also, he cut out early due to a stomach
No,
issue.
like where'd he go? That's crazy.
He cut out early.
Or no, I think he just wandered off to get more drinks and then never came back.
He's very able to fit into crevices. So he slithered some sort of serpent back to the mansion.
He can be very small.
Before we adjourn, Willem, did you want to talk to Cena?
Oh, yes, since we are all being honest about our feelings. And
Are we all sitting here?
That's fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to put this out there that I know there has been, Cena, a non-zero amount of tension that we have both contributed to. Perhaps not in equal measure. I can be kind of an asshole sometimes. But I just want to put this out there that I don't particularly like you or trust you. But people that I do like and trust you. And I don't want that to be the case. So I would like to fix that.
So just to be clear, you're asking me how to help you like me?
No, I'm just sharing my feelings and hoping that we together collaboratively can mend this relationship. I didn't like when you pulled a knife on me when I fought with Branwen that one time.
You're right.
Just putting that out there sort of made me wonder, like, oh, if I say the wrong thing, is she gonna like give me a little what for?
It's kind of hot though. I'm not helping. Sorry, I'll shut up.
That was a cool thing for you, to say, so I'll allow it.
You are right. I haven't been kind to you. That's on me.
Please, it's on us. I
Just-
haven't been the nicest to you.
Right.
What if you guys went together as like a bonding mission and got like brunch?
Give me 1 minute. If I'm being honest, you're the only person who's never attempted to see me as more than a villain. And I hold that against you, I think.
Never attempted to see you as more than a villain.
I haven't really given you a lot of reasons. I drew the knife on you that but I haven't given you a lot of reasons to suggest that I wouldn't die for any of you. And I am desperate to make up for the sins of my past. And yeah, you bother me. I mean, God forbid that people do not adhere to your impossibly high moral standards that you alone set, while rarely ever attempting to understand the place that they might be coming from or the things that you don't even know about them. Because that's it. Like, that's it. Never mind, like, what you might think of me. You have never made the attempt to actually get to know me. And no, I'm not the warmest person, not the kindest, and I haven't earned that. It's something I hate about myself, and I struggle to improve upon day in and day out. And I'm surrounded by people who help me do that and make me want to do that. But everyone else here has approached me with a fraction of grace that I'm not worthy of, but they all did it nonetheless, except you. So yeah, that is why there's tension. And to be honest, I don't think we need to like each other. I don't even think we have to be friends. I can be nicer. I can be quicker to listen. But if you ask me how things can get better, it's the same answer. Because sometimes listening means more than just hearing.
I have a lot of things that I'd like to say, and I don't necessarily know that all of those things would be productive. So I'm not going to. And my memory could fail me, but I do believe when you came to stay with us at the material plane, if I wasn't the first, I was among the first who tried to offer you a bed and a place to stay.
Wait, stop. I lost my audio.
Did you cut out?
I'm still
I
here.
heard you.
No, it's me. My audio. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I had lost my headphones right as you started talking. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say, my memory, may have failed me or whatever. And I may not be first. I think I was among the first to try to offer you a bed at our place in the material plane, and maybe it was well, among the first. There was 5 of us, so among the first 5. Um,
Sorry, I don't say this.
I don't think you're a villain. I don't think you're a bad person. I can see how much you love Branwen and how much you care about Randy. Randy, would you like to say something?
It's a Chris thing, but you're in the middle of something. Keep going.
Keep going, keep going.
Um, yeah, I don't think you're a villain, and I don't think you're a bad person. And um, you know, I see the way that you love Branwen and you care about Randy and want him to be better than what he is at times. And we have had some bonding moments when we were down there in the impossible cave that drives you insane. You and me were the only ones holding it down. Um, and yeah, like I completely believe that you said a lot about seeking forgiveness for your sins. And I want to let you know that we've all done bad shit. I've done bad shit, and none of us would be human if we hadn't done bad shit. And I know you can be the better person to be. And I also will make every attempt to treat not just you, with everybody, with more kindness and understanding. I'm trying that right now with Branwen, actually.
I think you maybe don't have to say it so
So
much.
sorry, just feeling a little defensive. I feel defensive a lot. And in a way, you and I are the only people who know what it's like to not have parents anymore.
Okay.
So we share a common point of pain, and perhaps that can be something that leads
Bye.
to greater understanding between us. I'm fucking trying here, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I want things to be just full send.
Okay.
So, how about we go home?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good talk.
Branwen's just been sipping all of the myriad of drinks. She just goes, "Do you guys want to try cutting off the hand of my statue?"
Yes, absolutely. I super want to do that. Who has also been drinking.
I'm also holding Cena's hand so tight.
Yeah. We can go back.
Well, I feel this is not Willem saying anything. This is Nolan. I feel like I just made things worse when I was trying to make them better.
I think you made it worse, but that's just
I don't
me.
think you made it worse. I think a Cena guy is processing.
All right. I think we can call our session there.
We need to
Thank
RP through cutting a hand off of the statue.
We can start our session there next time. I'm sure Doug will want to be a part of it. We thank you all for tuning in to another exciting episode of Nat20Hot and look forward to seeing you all next Wednesday, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Until then, have a very happy 4th and good holiday weekend and wish you all the best. Good night.
Eyes on board.
Hi, boys.
God